Welcome to Penguin Live, where you have the best seat in the house for the best magic in the world. I'm your host, Eric Tate, and joining us this week is an incredible mentalist who's created one of the most influential propless mentalism principles in the last decade. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Gabriel Werlen. Gabriel, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Eric.
I'm so happy to have you here because I know that you've been performing a lot as a corporate mentalist lately, but how long have you been creating and crafting mentalism?
Oh, more than 20 years.
Yeah. And
yeah.
You're going to be introducing us to your famous green neck system.
Right.
And then you have something else you're going to share with us that is a new principle that you've been secretly working on.
For more than 10 years, yes.
Oh, wow, that's exciting.
Yes.
Well, can you tell our audience a little bit about the kind of mentalism that you create?
Yes. So I've been crafting and performing mentalism for, more than 20 years now. Mm-hmm. And my goal is really to create the purest form of illusion, of emotion, directly in the mind of my audiences. And so I've been working and refining, streamlining methods for that, because I feel that methods do impact the emotion that the audience feels. I
couldn't agree more. And while I think there's a lot of propless mentalism in the world that feels kind of procedural, I've been spending a lot of time with you today, and you've been showing me stuff that feels like you're really reading my mind or really remotely viewing. And I know that I'm so excited for folks at home to learn. So we're gonna start diving in with the green neck system, and you've got something to show us first. So take it away.
Yes. So first, before going into the core system of the green neck, which I will explain just after, I'd like to show you first new developments, like spin-off of the green neck system. So even for those of you who knows the green neck system already, you should have kind of surprise. Okay?
Fantastic. Let's take a look.
Okay. So it uses a deck of cards.
Excellent.
So I don't know if you've already seen this kind of things.
I've never seen a deck of cards in my life.
Okay, great. So as you see, I'm a very good card manipulator. Okay. Now I read minds, so we won't use all the cards. Okay. We'll use only a few of them. I don't know, but 10 cards should be okay. Okay. So here's what you will need to do. I will turn my back, and you will turn over cards 2 by 2. So you take any 2, you turn them over, and you switch them at the same time.
Okay.
Take 2 other, switch and turn over, and do for all the cards until they are all face down. Okay?
All right.
Cool?
I can do
Let's
that.
go. Okay. So I don't look, obviously. Okay, so you take 2, turn over, switch, until all the cards are face down. So when it's done, you will agree that even if I have an amazing photographic memory, there is no way, nobody could know the new order of the cards. It's totally new. Okay?
Correct. Yeah, I'm done. They're all face down.
We'll go from there. Okay?
Okay.
So let's choose a target first. Okay, so turn over any card face up. It will be our target.
Okay.
Okay? So you have one target in mind. You don't forget it. Okay? So now let's take a bait. Choose a bait. So you will turn over another card. It will be the bait. Okay?
Okay.
And I will ask you what is the target. And you will answer the bait, the value of the bait instead of the right one. Okay? You will lie.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
So, Eric, what is the target?
The 7 of clubs.
Liar! Okay. It's good, no?
Yeah.
7 of clubs. Okay. Okay. So just turn over those 2 cards, switching them again so everything moves always. Okay?
Excellent.
Okay. All the cards are face down?
Yes.
Okay. I can turn around. So
you can.
Nothing to see. Okay. Okay. Eric. I know nothing, right?
Yeah.
Wrong. I know you didn't think of the 7 of clubs.
Correct.
Yeah, so it's very important information, right? Okay, it's not enough. I know something else. Because you know where is your card, right?
Yes.
So don't look at your card or look at it. I don't care. Just think where it is. I know also that your card is not this one.
No.
It's good, no?
No.
Okay,
It's not.
okay. Can do better.
Okay.
I also know, because you know where is your card, right?
Yes.
Don't look at the card, just look at me. You know where it is, right? Okay. Okay. You knew where it is, right?
How on earth did you do that?
It's fun, right?
That's impossible.
Why? You knew where it was.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
How does it work?
Okay. So even if you know the green egg system, you see it's not very easy to see where it goes. You see some switches, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, let me explain. So you like it?
I do like it. I have no
Okay.
earthly idea how that could possibly work.
So let's use heart for the explanation, okay?
Okay.
Because I'm not that good for mixing decks, you see, as I told you, so it should be okay like this. Okay. And I will use this as well, not this. Okay, this. Okay. This will be a support to help us understand the system, okay? Actually, I knew the order of the cards at the beginning.
Okay.
Okay.
So
It
we're
was,
working with a small stack.
Yeah. So to explain, I will use a small stack.
Okay.
Okay. But it was not a real full deck shuffle. Okay. So for the explanation, let's imagine that I was using these cards. Okay, from 1 ace to 10. Okay. And I will explain my stack later, but you could use any stack.
Okay.
You just need to know the order at the beginning. Okay.
So these are representing the positions of the
Exactly.
cards 1 through 10.
So it will be an help for.
Yes.
But obviously, it will be just the position of the card on the table that will give you the order. Okay. So the first instruction is to switch cards 2 by 2 while turning them over. So the only thing you will know is that the cards are switched 2 by 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do like this, for example. Okay. It can be anything. Okay. So now you can say that it's impossible to know the new order because it's true.
Yeah, because it's a completely fair choice.
Fair
Yeah.
choice. True new order you cannot know. You only know that it's switched 2 by 2.
Yeah.
And it's very good information for later, you see. Okay. So then they choose a target. Let's say this one. Okay. The ace of heart, for example. And then they choose a bait. Any other card.
Okay.
So which one you want?
We'll go with this one.
Okay.
So the 7.
Okay. So they will, when you ask, what is your card?
Yeah.
They have to lie. So they will say 7 of heart. You say, liar!
Yeah.
Usually it's fun. Okay.
Yes.
And then they have to, again, they have 2 face-up cards. So as before, they turn them over while switching them.
Okay.
Okay. So at this point, the only information you have is 7 of hearts.
Yeah.
That
It's
you heard.
the identity of the bait
The
card.
bait card.
Yeah.
It's the only information you have.
Okay.
So you will use it.
Okay.
So you will say, I know nothing. Wrong. I know you didn't choose the 7 of hearts. You can make a joke about it because it feels like it's not a real information. But it is. Because you know the thought of card, the target is not at the position of the 7 of hearts.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can go at the 7th position here.
Okay.
And say, okay, your card is not this one. Everybody will think you will find the card directly, and then you pick at the card. So I use the flick pick. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So
You could use any pick, or using a marked deck.
Yeah.
Would work as well, of course. But I didn't want to use a marked deck.
Yeah, but you're glimpsing so that you know the identity of this card.
Exactly. I just say I know it's not this one.
Yeah.
And I glimpse the card. So I know it's a 9. Okay. So now you have a new information. 9. So you know the target is at the 9th position. So the S must be here. That's it.
So let me get this straight.
Yeah.
Because you know the identity of the bait card, you
Yeah.
know its position.
Yeah.
And so then you go and look at what its
What's-
original position
yeah.
was, and then the position of the card in the bait card's position
Yeah.
tells you the final location
Of the target.
of the target card.
Exactly. So it's very
That is-
simple. Okay.
Unreal.
So let's try with another example.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's use the ace again.
Okay. So if we were to use the ace again, but then instead of choosing the 9, if I said the bait card was here, the 8,
It's a 6.
6, and then you have to change
Yeah.
these to put them back.
Yeah.
And so I know the 6.
So
So I'm going to
the
go.
only thing I know is 6.
Yeah.
So I will say your target is not this one. I will pick at this one, and I will see an 8. So I will know the
It's
target
in the
is
8th position.
It's very simple.
That is bonkers. That is an amazing principle. And so we're using the hearts in order for the position. But let's say you knew mnemonica. You could use the first 10 positions of mnemonica, and
Right.
then as those cards are moving around in the different things, those positions are what is cueing you as to where everything is.
Yes, and I will explain my stack. It's a very
Yes.
simple one
Yes.
to remember. See, no problem. There is one thing
Yes.
that can happen.
Okay.
Okay. So let's put it back where it was. So I think it was like this after the switches. Okay. So let's say they choose same target,
Yeah.
but they, as a bait,
Mhm.
they use the card that was there before. So this is the 2 cards that were switched
Yes.
just before.
This
So
would
it's-
switch them back.
It will, yeah, and it will happen 1 in 9 times. So it's quite rare.
Yeah.
Because I have them turn over the target
Mm-hmm.
and then any other card. So there is only one that could be the one they switched before, but it can happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say they turn this one over
Mm-hmm.
and they say, I chose the 4 of hearts. Liar. Okay, they turn over, switching them. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so you know their card is not at the 4th position because they said 4
Yes.
hearts. So you would say your card is not this one, and then you see a 4.
And you know that you're
You see the card which
Mm-hmm.
is supposed to be at this position, which was at this position at the beginning. So you think,
yeah.
but you say you will use this
Yeah.
as a profit. Okay.
Okay.
You say yes, I found the one. So it will appear as if the only thing you know is that the participant didn't choose the 4 of hearts, and you just found it, and
Yeah.
it's impossible. Really, there is no method for that. So
Yeah.
you can take credit for that.
Yeah.
Okay. So now it appears as if the only thing you knew was the bait, and you found the bait.
Yeah.
So you know nothing else.
Ah, okay.
But you know something. You know all the cards are switched 2 by 2, but the target, which is at the original position.
Yes.
Okay. So you will go fishing, and it's kind of fun when it happens because you need to go fishing. So you will make it as if it's more and more difficult. You would say, as well, so now, okay, I found the bait. Now let's look for the target. I know, and then you will turn any card over because you don't know what it is. So here you expect a 10. If it's a 10, you know it's the target.
Yeah.
So here we know it's not. So you will pick it. CO2 say, I know it's not this one as well. Okay. But I saw a 2. So I know here it's not the target as well because those 2 cards were switched at the beginning.
So so knowing this one gives you the information on this one to cancel out. So
Yes,
your
exactly.
fishing is rather quick.
Yes, you don't have to pick every card. You
Yeah.
just have to pick 1 in 2 cards.
Yeah.
So it's not this one. So I can put it. So I remember.
Yeah.
And it's not this one as well. And you go on. I know. Wait. I know. Look at the cards. You have to create something to make it interesting as well. Huh? It's
Yeah.
not just, so don't look at the card. You know where it is. Okay. I think, yes, it's not this one either because I picked. I see it's not a 9. So I know. And I saw it's a 7, so I know it's not this one as well. And you go on like this.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you will find the card. So let's say you try this one as well. It's not this one. It's not this one because I saw a 6. Only 3 cards are remaining.
Yeah.
So there I could say, okay, now it's even more difficult. There are only 3 cards remaining. I'm hesitating between 2.
And knowing the identity of any one of these 3 cards will
Yes.
give you the clue as to what the remaining card is, and that's the target card.
Exactly. So if I have this one directly, I know it's the one. I can take any one of the other 2.
Yeah.
If I don't get to that one, I would say, I know. I'm hesitating between this one. I see a 3, so I know it's not this one. So I'll say this one and this one. And I'm sure it's this one. So I can say,
Yeah.
okay, and this is the one.
That is
And you
wild.
get to the card like that.
That is such a good trick.
Thank you.
Now, can you walk us through your
Yeah.
stack?
Yeah, it's a very easy stack that you can just taking cards out from any shuffle deck. You can make it very quickly because it's just using a man and a lady, a man and a lady, and you see the Q is like a 0 and a 1 from its.
Yeah, it's a mnemonic for
Yeah,
you.
mnemonic for 10. Okay, and then I will use 3 odd cards, 4 odd cards. Sorry, with this one, and 4 even cards. So, and I'm using the chased order.
Okay.
I'm not using actually the chased order because I'm French. Sorry, but you will use the chased order if you're used to it.
So you've memorized this stack and these positions.
It's just I know I have the odd cards,
Yeah.
chased order, even cards, chased order, and a man, a lady.
Yeah.
That's it. So you just need
Yeah.
any of those cards, so you can make it on the fly.
Yeah.
You see, and then maybe I can show you how I set up
Yeah.
the trick because
Please
as
go
you
through it.
saw, yeah, at the beginning I did something to make it seem it's random,
Yeah.
and it can be useful. So I will show it to you. You saw what I've done. I've set up in reverse what I will do.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I put the cards on the table as if I don't care. You see, and I go up. I'm not doing 4, 4, 2. I go like that, boom, boom, as if I don't care.
Yeah.
It's a mess. I don't care. And then I demonstrate using those 2 cards and then those 2 cards. I'm going from bottom right to top, so I remember it's very easy for me. I will show like this. You turn any 2,
Yeah.
switching them over. Okay, and then any 2, you switch and until the end. Okay, it's clear for you.
So the instructions are clear to the spectator, but you're now in your.
Now
so
I'm
you've
set.
got your chased order here. So you know your club, your heart, your spade, and your diamond, and the odds are going to give
Yeah.
you 1, 2, 3, 4. Same for the evens.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, and then the king, and then the queen
Yeah.
is 9 and 10. So you can then proceed to go on with the trick
Yeah, and
using those
actually,
positions.
I'm not even using numbers 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
I'm just expecting an even clubs here
Yeah.
when I'm looking to the card, or I know where it is. If it's odd diamond, I will know it's this one. I don't have to translate it into numbers.
Yeah.
I know it's odd, even, man, lady. That's it. And it's a mess. You see, it's not like.
It's not neat.
Yeah, you don't have to put the cards like this. You will always manage to see if even if it's like this, you know this card has to be this one. It's very easy to see in your mind. You will see those 4, 4, 2 always.
It's an incredible trick. It's so good. I mean, it's just I can't believe that works, but it just does.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So
Just I created this with Fouad Wali, which is a French mathematic magician.
Yeah.
And we developed it together based on the green egg system, and I refined it. So I wanted to mention this.
it's incredible, and I think now you're going to actually take us into the green neck system.
Yes.
So this is as far as you can take the green neck system into all kinds of different areas, but now we're going to learn the core of this this system.
Right. Let's use some pieces of silverware.
Okay.
I will explain later why. Okay, so we have a knife, a spoon, and a fork. Okay, so in a moment I will turn my back, obviously, and you will choose the one you prefer. Okay, so it could be the defensive aspect of the knife. Maybe I don't know. Maybe this one is not that defensive, but I don't know. Maybe the generosity of the spoon. It's a big spoon, or the spiciness of the spike. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just find something
Yeah.
for you that works for you. Okay.
Okay.
Just in your mind.
Just in
Okay.
my mind.
I don't look again. And in your mind, okay. Did you find your preferred piece of silverware?
Yes, I have
Your
it.
favorite one?
Yes.
Okay, so you learned something.
Mhm.
You learned that you have a favorite piece of silverware.
Yes.
Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, let's mix things up. So please switch the two you didn't choose.
Okay.
Okay. So now you have a new order.
Yes.
Okay, so even if I memorize the first order, the new order is based on your choice. I don't know. So I couldn't possibly know this new order, right?
Correct.
Okay, let's conduct a lie detector test. Okay, you're a good liar?
Yes, I'm a very good liar.
Okay, that sounds interesting. So I will ask you one question. I will ask you, what is your favorite? Okay, and you will lie or tell the truth. It's totally up to you, okay? So, Eric, what is your favorite piece of silverware, please?
The fork.
The fork? Okay, you're a good liar. Okay, so please switch the spoon and the knife. Okay, so it mixes things even more. But I'm trying to keep track of your lies. So please take the middle one in your left hand and the right one in your right hand and hide these away.
Okay.
Under the table, behind your back.
Got it.
I don't care. Okay? So you have two in your hands. I will ask you, is it your favorite? And you will always say no. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So is your favorite in your left hand?
Yes.
Okay. I asked you to say no and you say yes, but it may be a lie. Okay. I think it's a lie. Is your favorite in your right hand?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. This sounds kind of right to me. Is it in your right hand?
Yes.
Okay. I think 99% it's in the right hand. Don't show me, but yes or no, is it in your right hand?
Yes.
Okay. Now I try to find which it is, okay? So is it the knife?
No.
You say no, okay. Is it the spoon?
No.
Is it the fork?
No.
Okay. I think it is the spoon. Show everybody in your right hand the target. It's okay. Nice.
I have no idea how this works.
So this is the core system of the green egg system.
Okay.
To explain how it works, so you understand very clearly, I will first teach what I call simpleware.
Okay.
Because this is called setting the table.
Okay.
And this is the first routing of the first green egg system, because there's a two that will be out in English soon. So this is the first routine. Let me explain how the simple, maybe like this, just to understand the simpleware is a way to force the target in the middle.
Okay.
Always.
Okay.
So I would use the paper already. It will be easy to understand. Okay. So there is a starting position that I know. Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
1 is the knife. It's quite easy. You see, it's a 1. Okay. 2 is the spoon. You see, almost a 2. It's round like this. Okay. And 3 is the fork, because you have 3 spikes.
Okay.
Almost.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So you know the position 1, 2, 3. It's very easy to remember.
Yeah.
Okay. It's the starting position. Okay. Simpleware will force the target in the middle. So I'm using this and this. Okay, to explain. So this is to show the target. Okay.
Okay.
I will force this position.
Okay.
Which one you want to as a target?
Let's use the knife as a target.
Okay. So knife is the target. Forcing position will be the spoon, so it will be position 2.
Okay.
So you choose the knife, you switch the other 2. So always you have a first switch, which is the other 2. Okay. Choose one, the other 2. I call it the initial switch.
Okay.
You choose one, you switch the other 2. This switch is the same as a 3-card Monty from Bob Hummer.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Okay, because this is the root of the system. I was playing with Bob Hummer 3-card Monty, and I finally discovered that you can do amazing thing with doing some other switches after
Yes.
the first one. But the first one is the same. Okay. Now, to force the thought of item, the target on position 2, you just need to ask for a switch, which is the other 2, based on this one. So you want to force position 2, the spoon. So you ask for a switch, the knife and the fork, the other 2. If you switch the knife and the fork, the target will be in position 2, always.
Oh, okay. So
let's do another example, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start again from the beginning.
okay. So in this case,
So for the knife, you saw it worked.
yes. So if we, so that we see the
target
the
is the-
target is the fork. So we would change those two,
Those 2,
and then
initial switch,
initial switch,
and then it's what I call the determining switch.
Mhm.
The second one, you switch the other 2, but based on your target.
And if the target is
Position is 2.
position 2, which is represented by the spoon, then we would have them switch the knife and the fork
Yes.
again. And when they switch the knife and the fork,
You
it ends
see?
up here because we're associating the number.
Yeah.
We're associating the position with this.
Exactly. So let's do the final.
Let's do just to make sure that everyone has this at home
Yep.
because it's
So simpleware, you ask for a second switch, knife and fork will always force the target in the middle.
Yeah.
So very easy to remember. Even if they choose the spoon at the beginning, they will switch the other 2, and you ask to switch the knife and the fork. So the target will remain in the middle.
yes.
Very simpleware.
Yeah.
Okay. So you ask them to choose a target and switch the other 2, and you
Yes.
ask them to switch the fork and the knife.
Yes.
The target will be in the middle always.
It will always be in the middle if you
Always.
follow that. So have them pick one.
Yep.
Switch the other 2. And then the last step is to switch the fork and the knife, and that will always position the thought of object in the center.
Yes.
I think I have it.
So to make it more fun,
Yeah.
I will not force the middle position.
Mhm.
I will let the participant decide where the target will end up.
Okay.
Okay? So this is how I do it. So the starting position is the same, 1, 2, 3, and you associate a position and an object. Okay? Let's say they choose the fork. Okay? They do the initial switch. I then ask them to lie or tell the truth about the target.
Okay.
Actually, I don't care if they lie or tell the truth. I just need them to name any object.
Okay.
Okay? So let's say they name the knife.
Okay.
They will name the reference, what I call the reference.
Okay.
So they will name the position
Yeah.
where the object, the target will end up.
Okay.
It's that easy. So you don't know where it is. You don't need to know.
You have no idea where the knife is. You're just concerned
Just-
about the position
Yeah.
because the position is the reference that you're going to
Yes.
use.
So they say knife. You say,
Yeah.
okay, I know the target will end up in this position, in position 1.
And so when they say this,
When they say knife, say, okay, switch the other 2. So switch the spoon and the fork.
I see.
And you know the target is in position 1.
And that position. Okay. Can we walk through
Yeah.
another permutation of this? Because
Yeah, of course.
I hope that I'm not confusing the issue with you at home, because I think that the more I get it, the more everyone else at home will get it. But
Yes.
it's very simple. But
Yes,
you just have
the
to make sure
name,
you just have to make sure you follow the instructions
Yeah.
correctly. So
they choose one.
they choose one, and then you do an
Switch
initial
the other 2.
switch.
Yeah.
Okay. So if
They
I
name one,
Yep.
switch the other 2.
So they name spoon. I tell them
First, they choose one.
they choose one. So they are thinking of the spoon. So
And
then
they
the
switch
first
the other
thing is
two.
you switch the other 2.
Yeah.
And now you say
They
name a
name
preferred.
one. Yeah.
They can lie or tell the truth. Let's say they lie and say the fork.
Okay.
That
fork.
puts it on position 3.
So your back is turned.
Your
So
back is turned.
The only thing you know is fork.
Yeah.
And for you, fork is position 3. So I would mark it in my hand. So
Okay.
I can tell it now. To make sure I don't forget,
Yeah.
I use my fingers. So because while performing, you may forget. So
Ah.
they say fork.
Just-
Fork, I know it's
Just
3.
hold 3 in your hands. so
In
that
my
you
hands
know.
like this.
But
Very
then
easy.
they name fork, and so you say, well, switch the knife and the spoon.
Yeah, because you said fork. Okay, it's even more difficult to track because you
Yeah.
switch. I don't know if you lied or told the truth. I need to understand. Okay.
But because of the sequence, that now positions
Yes.
the target silverware on the reference spot. So
Yeah.
I know that they're thinking of the spoon.
No,
That-
I know the target is on the right.
I know the target's on the right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it again.
Yes.
So turn your back. Try to do it. So you will see it's
Okay.
easy. So I choose anyone.
You've chosen any one. Now switch the other two.
Yeah. And
Now
then
name
name anyone.
Name any silverware.
Okay, I name the spoon.
The spoon. So what I want you to do is switch the knife and the fork.
Okay. So the only thing you know is spoon. So you know where is my
But
target.
I know that the target is in the second position. It's in
Exactly.
the middle.
Right.
Did I get it?
Yeah. Because you heard spoon.
Yes.
Do you see the link with the
Yes.
no way routine? I didn't name
Yes.
it. Maybe we'll put it on the subtitle. The first routine with the card is
Yeah.
named no way.
Yes.
No way. And you see, you have only one piece of information. This
Yes.
is the one you use. So here you hear spoon.
Yes.
Okay, you know it's in the middle. So you just mark two with your hands,
Okay.
and you know it's in the middle.
I think we're there. I think we've got it. I think we've. This is making a lot more sense now. So
Yeah.
what's the next step in the routine?
To know which one it is.
To know which one it is.
And here I will use the cyclical order
Okay.
of the objects. It's a maybe difficult term for
Mm-hmm.
something very simple. Two switches will maintain the cyclical order of the pieces of silverware.
Mhm.
Okay, so it will always be in 1, 2, 3 order.
Mhm.
So 1, 2, 3 order cyclical. So when you are at the end, you come back to
Yeah.
the beginning. Okay, so at the end, you know, after two switches,
Mhm.
you will be either in this position,
Mhm.
as we were here, or this one, 1, 2, 3,
Mhm.
or the original one is possible if they told the truth.
Mhm.
Because if they told the truth, for example, they would just switch back to the original position.
Correct.
The,
Okay.
the target will remain at its
Yeah.
position. So if you glimpse one of the pieces of silverware, you know everything. Okay?
Okay.
So in the demonstration,
Mhm.
you named the fork,
Mhm.
so it was on the right.
Yeah.
I knew it because my finger
Yeah.
were showing 3.
Yeah.
So I don't forget. Okay.
Yeah.
So I asked you to take the middle one in your left hand
Mhm.
and the right one in your right hand. Okay.
Mhm.
And then I don't have to turn around. I know it's in the right hand. So I can go to the process of lying, telling the truth. I ask you, is it in your left hand? I said to say no, you said yes, but it's even more funny. It's funnier. At the end, I know it's on the right. So okay, I'm
The
99.
moment you see the knife.
Is the moment I ask you to confirm it's actually in your right hand.
Yeah.
So my back is turned. I say, okay, I'm 99% sure it's in the right hand. I just turn over. Yes, it is.
Mhm.
Okay, and then I glimpse the one on the table.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know yours is the one on the right, in your right hand. I see the first one, so I just have to count 1, 2, 3. So here I see 1, so I know it will be a fork. So this is one situation, but it could be another one. It could be this one. So if it's this one, you would have those two in your hands. I would say a fork. I would just need to, fork is 3. I would say 3, 1, 2. I know it's a spoon. You see what I mean?
Yes, I do. Because so what's happening here is that when you see the remaining piece of silverware, so first you asked me to take the middle one into my left hand.
Yeah, I make sure you take the target.
The target. Yeah.
Yeah, because I want a
you know
non-target.
You know the position of the
I
target.
know the position of the
because
target.
of that. So you're going to let's say so in this situation you're just going to say take the middle one in your left hand, the right one in your right hand.
Yeah, you could say take the right one in your right hand and the left one in your left hand. Actually, it would be even easier because you would see the knife and you would just have to do +1, 1, 2.
Yeah.
You see?
And so when you see it, because you know that because the knife is 1, but it's in the second position, and I know that the target is in the third position, but I only see the knife. That tells me that it is the spoon because it has to be in that position because these will always be 1, 2, 3.
Actually, in your mind, you just have to picture this.
Yeah.
In your mind, you have this 1, 2, 3. Okay. And so if you know, let's do another case.
Let's do another case.
Yeah. So for example, if you have this, so you see This was it's possible. You have 1, 2, 3.
Mhm.
It's a cyclical order,
Mhm.
and this is the one.
Mhm.
Okay. I would say, for example, take the left one in your left hand, the
Mhm.
right one in your right hand.
Mhm.
I would do it like this, and seeing the knife here, you know that the target, if it's a 1, just before the 1, it's a 3.
Yeah.
Because there is nothing, so it has to be 3.
Yeah. So because I knew that the target was in the first position, and then I see the knife here, and because I know that this it's always going to be cyclical, I can
It
go
will
back
be 1,
one.
2, 3.
So I know which
You
piece
know-
of silverware is
yeah,
the thought of
exactly.
one. And because of the instructions, it's always going to be the same. Like the outcomes could be different, but I can work my way through it and understand.
Let's imagine you know it's in the middle because he said spoon.
Yeah.
He said spoon, so you just have 2 in your fingers.
Mhm.
So you know it's in the middle.
Yes.
You ask him to take, for example, the middle one in the left hand and the spoon, the right one in the right hand. You don't know what it is, actually. Okay? You know it's in the left hand, so you can reveal it before seeing anything. It's there, right? Yes, you pick this one. So you know after 3, it's 1, so you know it's a knife.
It's amazing stuff. This must have taken hours to work out.
Yeah, yeah, but it's quite easy once you understand how it works.
Yes.
Let's recap, okay?
Yeah.
It's quite easy.
Yeah.
Choose. So first, you have your initial order. Okay. Recap. Choose a target. Anyone. Poof. Switch the other 2. Initial switch.
Yes.
Okay. Name any piece of silverware. So you can do the lie detector test. You do what you want. Name any ones. Let's say they name the knife.
Yeah.
Okay. So knife. You know this is the only information you have. So knife. Okay. Okay. Switch the other 2. He named the knife, so switch the other 2. You know the target is in position 1. That's it. So then you ask him to take those 2 in their hands, left and middle.
And when I come back and I turn around to confirm that you have things in your hands, I see the spoon.
So,
I know it's in position 1. That tells me it's the fork because of the cyclical nature of
because
the stack.
just after the spoon, you have the fork.
Wow. That's fantastic.
Yes, and it's fun because it's a little routine. You can do it at any time notice for friends after lunch, or it's kind of a social mentalism, casual mentalism. I don't know how to call it, but that you can do anytime. So it's not because it's mechanical that you should not make something out of it. I mean, if you do it like a puzzle, for example, okay, choose a target, switch, okay, it's there. It will feel like a puzzle.
Yeah.
Okay, but knowing where it is just the beginning. To make it fun, you have to make something out of it. So find a presentation you like lie detector test or any other presentation. Make it fun and engaging.
And I like how the way you present the switches makes it feel like they have free choices in shuffling, and that way, if you were to look back and see that anything was disturbed, you couldn't tell which one is which, even though your information is secretly giving you everything you need to know.
Yes, exactly. After the first switch, I usually say, okay, even if I knew the original position of the object, I could not know now because it depends on what you thought. And it's true.
And obviously, we're doing this with silverware because it's an excellent way to explain the system, but this could be any objects. You could grab stuff off the table, a salt shaker, a pepper mill, a napkin, whatever it is, as long as you know the position of each thing, you are set to go.
But you have things to remember, so I would not suggest to use any objects because you would have to remember 1, 2, 3 for the objects. Here it's very easy to remember. So for any objects, I would use simpleware, meaning you could use any 3 objects. You just need a reference, so it could be any order. For example, you will force the middle one, so you just need to remember fork. And you will have to ask for the switch of the knife and the spoon. That's it. So you remember fork. You just have one information to remember, and you will force the middle position. Let's try. So you remember fork. So they choose any one. They switch the other 2. you ask them to switch the other two based on what you remembered.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the other two are those two, and you know that the target is in the middle.
Yes.
So this would be simple,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't need to remember the position of
Mm-hmm.
all the objects.
Yeah.
But knowing the position of all the objects makes it possible to know which one it is using the cyclical order.
It's wild stuff. It's very, very cool. Thank you so much for sharing this with us.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right. What are we learning next?
Green neck, still green neck. So first, you know where the name green neck system comes from?
No, I was going to ask you, where does the green neck system name come from?
It's actually it's a bad joke from the beginning because in French, silverware is called a couvert in French, couvert. And if you split the word couvert, it's couvert, and cou is neck, and vert is green, and couvert literally means green neck in English. So it was my way of naming it, like alone in my room, and my publishers liked it, and now it's the green neck system.
So it's a terrible French pun, is what you're telling me.
I'm sorry.
Well, what is the next part of the green neck system that we're going to learn? Or you're taking these principles and you're advancing this further into something that's more complex?
Yes, kind of. You will see.
Show it to me.
And I decided to explain during this lecture another piece of casual mentalism.
Yeah.
You could do at a moment notice in a restaurant and anywhere. Okay. So this uses some glasses.
Okay.
Transparent glasses. So you can do it. You grab 3 glasses, and you start doing it. Okay.
Okay.
So they are transparent. So we will need to use invisible balls.
Okay.
Don't mind.
No, that's fine.
Okay. I have some. Okay. So here is a blue one, for example, and a white one.
Okay.
So it's very simple. You take the blue one, for example, to start with.
Okay.
I turn my back and you will hide it under any cup. Okay. So go ahead. You just hide your blue ball under any cup.
Got
it. We will do some switches. For example, switch the 2 empty glasses. Okay. So the invisible ball doesn't move, right?
Yes.
If you take the right glass and the left one and you lift them and switch them, even if the invisible blue ball is under any of the glasses, it doesn't move.
No.
So it does nothing.
Yeah.
I need you to mix things up the way you want. So sliding the glasses, just mix the way you want. So, but you have to follow your invisible ball because only you knows where it is. Okay, it's invisible. So I can rely on you that you will remember where it is.
Yes.
I can turn around, nothing to see.
Yes.
Okay, great. So now let's use the white ball.
Okay.
You remember where is the blue one, right?
Yes, I know where the blue one is.
I would not do it for only one person. I would do it for 2 people. So you will have a hard task to remember everything.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
So please hide the white ball under any cup.
Under any cup?
Yeah, anyone. It could be the same one or a different one. I don't care. Done?
Yes.
And again, switch the other 2. But Mr. Blue, you have to follow the blue ball, remember?
Yes.
If it's moving. Okay? Mr. Blue, can you switch the other 2 as well? So Mr. White has to follow the white as well.
Okay.
Impossible to keep track, right?
Yes.
Can I turn over?
Yes.
Nothing to see? It's funny because it's transparent glasses and invisible ball.
Yeah.
But actually, I know everything. The white ball, you know where it is, right?
Yes.
It could be here, here, or here, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it's here. Correct?
It is.
And the blue ball, you know where it is as well. It's here as well. Both are. Oh, yeah, look. White, blue balls.
What? That's. I have no idea. Okay, so I have a completely free choice of where I put the white ball and the blue ball.
Yeah.
And there is a sequence there where I was really mixing them up. There was no.
You weren't the way you want.
You weren't telling me.
No, yeah.
Mix the 2 empty ones or mix the blue one and the white one. Just mix everything up and then go again. So I'm flummoxed. This is impossible. You're a witch.
It is. And you just grab 3 glasses and
you.
Okay, so again, I will use something like this, okay, to explain.
Okay.
Like this, okay. Tac, tac, tac. And the secret I need for this to work, you need pocket chip.
Okay.
No, actually, it's just for you to spot the marked cup, because one of the cup is marked, I mean marked, naturally marked. When you grab 3 glasses, they are always different.
Yes.
Always you will find one you can recognize.
Yeah.
So this is the one because
I see.
It's just a small crack.
There's a small,
Yeah, a very small crack on top of it. So this is the way to mark it so everybody knows where
So there's a single marked cup in play, and it starts in the middle.
it starts in the middle.
Okay.
Okay, right?
Yes.
And that's it. You give the blue ball.
Okay.
You put it anywhere.
I'll put it under the left position, position 1.
Okay. I will use some dice so we can keep track. Okay.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
Colored dice. Okay. So you give the invisible blue ball.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I would put it here.
Okay.
Free choice.
So the first sequence
Mm-hmm.
is the Devil's Cups sequence.
Mm-hmm.
It's always the same.
Mm-hmm.
Switch the other 2.
Okay.
So this always it starts always like that. So it's
Okay.
very easy. Switch the other 2, the empty one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then take the right one and the left one, lift them up and switch them. It will always position the blue ball under the marked cup.
Okay. Just because I'm curious.
Yeah.
So
It starts.
let's say, so if I go here,
Yep.
and you say
Switch
switch
the
the
other
other
two.
2, and then pick up the right and the left and put them there. So then the other alternative is that if it goes under the middle,
Yeah.
so you switch the other 2, and then pick up the right and the left one.
Yeah, and it will remain under the marked cup. So in the process of explaining that it does nothing,
Yeah.
which is true, it's transparent glasses, invisible ball.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say it starts here.
Yeah.
Okay. Switch the other 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It doesn't do anything, right?
Yeah.
Even if you take the right one and the left one, lift them up. Do it.
Yeah.
Just okay, and switch them. Even if the ball was there, it doesn't move. It doesn't. I need you to switch the balls, the glasses.
Yeah.
And then you ask them to mix the way they want, and it's fun because
now
usually I can do what I want. Yeah, just mix. It's okay. It's just 3 empty transparent glasses, and so if you use invisible balls and transparent glasses, you have to be very clear, very often to say keep track.
Yeah.
You're the only one who knows where is your ball.
Mm-hmm.
Keep track of your glass.
Yeah.
Okay, they have to be very careful.
Mm-hmm.
But they only have to keep track of one glass, so it's very easy.
Yeah.
I would use another participant to say, okay, white ball.
Mm-hmm. So if I take this one and I
In
put
anyone.
it anywhere you want.
So when I give the white ball,
Mm-hmm.
I just spot where is the marked cup.
Yeah. So now you know where the blue one is.
Yeah, it's in the middle, so
Mm-hmm.
I would put 2.
Mm-hmm. So you're using your fingers to keep track again.
Yeah, again, I don't want to forget.
Yeah.
It has happened to me.
Well, because we're getting, transparent glasses, invisible balls. Now we're getting into really, really heady stuff here.
Yeah, so you keep track. So
Mm-hmm.
you give the white transparent ball
Yep.
to the second participant,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. White,
Yeah.
and you just mark.
Mm-hmm.
And you will use the Greenegg system using the marked cup as the reference. So he puts the white invisible ball under any cup, switch the other 2. And you ask, Mr. Blue, you keep track of your ball. If it moves, maybe it doesn't move, I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay? And then you ask Mr. Blue to switch the other 2. It will position the second ball in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So when you turn around, you don't have to look at the glasses. You look at your fingers.
Yeah.
And you know that Mr. White
Yeah.
has the white ball under the middle cup. So you don't have to look at the glass. It's quite kind of fun. You look at the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be here. Create something as well. This is when it happens. Okay?
Yeah.
It has to be the moment where it happens.
Yeah.
It can be here. Yes, the white ball is here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I won't lift it now because maybe the blue ball is under the glass as well. I could see it. It's fun because it's in transparent balls. But the white is there? Yes. And the blue? No, it's no here, nothing. Here, No, it's not there. Only the white one is there. Yes, and the blue one. Of course, the blue one is under the markup. So it's very easy to find it.
Wow.
And in your case, I saw turning around.
Yeah.
I had, for example, 2 in my fingers. I knew it was in the middle, and I saw the markup in the middle. So I knew the 2 balls were there.
Yeah. Because so in this case, so we had the blue one in the middle. When I put it in there, and you said switch the other 2.
Yeah.
And then you
Mr.
said
Blue switch the other 2 as well.
And because Mr. Blue is going to switch the 2 that don't have it in there, and you see this one in the middle, it's you know exactly.
Yeah,
that the
I know the white is in the middle, and I see the markup there, so I know the blue is there as well.
That is crazy.
Maybe a recap.
Yeah, let's do a brief recap for everybody at home, just to make sure, because we're dealing with a lot of complex stuff, but it's making so much more sense to me now. Yeah,
it's always the same.
Yeah,
you have the devil's cups. Switch the other 2. Switch the extreme cups while lifting them.
Yeah.
After that, you know the blue one is under the markup, and then always new ball switching the other 2. And for the first guy, switching the other 2. And that's it. And you know that...
so step 1 is the blue ball gets placed anywhere. So we can put it under the right.
Switch the other 2.
Switch the other 2. Now pick up the extreme ends and change them. And lift them. So you're good there.
And then mix.
Mix. So let's just say it ends up there.
Yep.
Now take the white one, put it anywhere you want.
You glimpse the marked cup.
So I glimpse the marked cup, so I know that it's 3.
Yeah.
And if, let's say I put it over here, and I would say, Mr. White, switch the other 2.
Yep.
So they would switch these. And then you say, Mr. Blue, switch the other 2.
Yeah. And you don't have to look at the glasses. You know
white. The white is in 3 because that's where the
blue was before.
The marked is a reference in the very beginning.
Yeah. That's it.
Wow.
And you just have to look at the mark to know where is the blue one.
A single marked cup gives you a tremendous amount of information. It feels like there's no limits on what you can do with the green next system.
You can do it with normal cups, not transparent one, with objects. So this is the basis of the devil's cups, which are normal cups.
Yeah.
But you could use any cups. You will always find a marked one you can identify. And there's so many things you can do with the system. I've explored stage routines and so many things in different situations. So yeah, it was quite a journey, and maybe it's not the end. I don't know.
I know you've got, you've mentioned that you have a lot of stuff about it, and I know that there's so much more to learn, and I can't wait to see what our viewers do with this. And thank you so much for sharing this and introducing it to us. Now I believe we're getting into an area that you've been really excited about.
Yeah.
This is the Schrodinger's principle.
Yep. Yeah, but first I will start by explaining what's about this, what precedes the Schrödinger principle, and that I'm using in this clip.
Let's take a look at a live performance and then come back and learn more about the Schrödinger's principle.
I will need a volunteer chosen at random with a mix of intuition and luck. Okay, so for intuition, please, all of you think of the first simple color that comes to mind. Okay, just in your mind, this is for intuition, easy, okay? For luck, we will use high technology, so a high-tech randomizer, the traditional paper ball, okay? So it's very easy. The third person to catch the ball will be the winner, okay? Sounds good? Let's start. So you have to catch the ball, huh? Okay, so you're the first, second, and the third one. Oh, yes, we have a winner. Please stay where you are for now. Just keep the ball and stand up, please, for now. Okay. What's your name, please?
Maddie.
Maddie. Okay, nice to meet you. No, stay standing. Because for luck, it's clearly you. You caught the ball. You're the lucky one. Okay? Yeah. For intuition, we still need to be sure, because I need someone with a very specific way of thinking. So, tell me honestly, did you go really for the first color that came to mind, or did you change your mind quickly for another one?
The first one.
The first one. This is what I asked. And you know what we say, trust your gut. So it's perfect. But just for now, I will ask you to think of another simple color, just on the spot. Okay. Do you have another one? Okay. And so tell me sincerely, is it one of those three, the second one, blue, green, or red?
It's the first. It's blue.
Oh, it's blue. Great. I think you will be perfect. So please join me on stage with a round of applause. Yes, because I did have a target in mind. I was looking for someone with a very specific way of thinking. And actually, blue was the target. Do you want to check? It's in the ball.
It's in blue.
Yes. What's written there?
Blue.
Oh, show to in big to everybody. Oh. Thank you. So you will be perfect. Okay?
Try my best.
Oh. Okay. Maddie.
Yes.
Okay. So before switching to full-time mentalist, I had a real job. I was managing companies for more than 20 years. So I had plenty of time to understand that the vast majority of the problems we face are more human than technical. In that sense, understanding how we think is key. I will try to understand how you think in less than 5 minutes. World record, okay? Okay, with very simple things, okay? So we will start with a game to understand how you think. It's a which hand, heads, or tails game. I will say it again. Which hand, heads, or tails. It's very simple. So we'll play which hand and heads or tails at the same time. We will use high technology again. A small box with a lid, you see, and a coin inside.
Okay.
So this is tails because heads, it's with the face.
Right.
Okay, very easy. So when my back will be turned, you will take the coin off the box,
Okay.
put it back in the box
Okay.
the way you want.
Okay.
So this is tails.
Mhm.
Close the box, and you see the lid.
Mhm.
You cannot cheat anymore. It's tails, okay? That's
Okay.
the purpose, okay? Then you hide the box in one of your hands, and you tell me when it's ready, okay? Okay, let's do it. Open the box, take off the coin. It's very important to take off the coin because if you do nothing, I could hear that you do nothing, okay? So you put it back in the box. Once you close the box, you put the box in one of your hands, and you tell me when it's ready.
Ready.
Okay, so you look at me. You look at me, okay? Okay, look at me. You know why? Because they say the eyes are the window to the soul. Right? No, but here in this case, not at all. It's just because, put your hands like this. It's just because sometimes when I turn around, I see the player looking at the hand that contains the box just to check if nothing is showing from there. So, no, what interests me is how you think. Okay? So, I put you a little bit under pressure, right? I did say, don't say anything out loud, but I did say tails many times. I said tails, tails. I even said you will take off the coin and put it back in the box. I almost said put it tails. So I don't know if your conscious mind noticed this, but for the hand, you're right-handed, correct? So usually when you grab something, you use your dominant hand. So I put you into pressure, so I may be wrong, but I think the box is there, right? And tails. Is it correct? Yes? Okay. It's just 1 in 4, 2 times 2. So it's not that amazing yet. We will do it 3 times because I really need to know how you think before going on the second part, which is to anticipate your decisions, to know even before you what you will do. Okay? But first, to understand how you think. Okay? So for the second time, just as a hint for you to know, usually almost everybody, they keep the coin the same orientation, so tails, but change hands just to seem less predictable. But you don't have to do as everybody, of course. You do what you want. Really, okay. Just to help. Feel free. Okay? Let's go. Second time. You open the box. You take off the coin. You really decide, oh, which side shall I put the coin in? Okay? You close the box. You choose a hand. You put your hands in front of you, and you tell me when it's ready. So you look at me again. Second time, it's a bit more difficult. Every time, it's a bit more difficult. Okay? This time, the idea is to know if you thought that it would be less obvious to just do the opposite of what I said or just to change one aspect of it. You see what I mean? Okay. So first time it was tails and it was in your right hand, correct? Okay, so for the second time, I would say it is here, right? And tails again, you change nothing?
I changed nothing.
Okay! No, it's okay. It's 4 times 4. It's 1 in 16. It's still okay. Now for the third time. I don't help you this time, okay? You're on your own. Just try to trick me, really, okay? Okay?
You got it.
Okay, let's go. Okay, third time. But you trick me, but you keep the coin in the box because I know now it's very tempting to hide the coin or the box. No, you really decide. You don't do at random. You decide which side really, and you decide what hand really, really. And when you're ready, you tell me. It's okay?
Hold on.
Okay, so don't tell me nothing out loud, but just for you to know, logically, you should have kept the box in your right hand. But now I've told you this, you can change your mind or not, you say nothing out loud. It's just for you to know. Okay, it's okay?
Okay.
Okay, look at me. Okay. So the third time, it's 60-40. I could fail, really, because now it's like, will you think that I will think, you will suppose I will think that you will do what seems less or more natural to trick me. You see, everything is possible. Okay. So you did twice the same, I think, twice on your right hand and tails. This I can fail, but then I will know exactly how you think, and we can move on the next part. Okay, ready? I would say it's there again.
Correct.
And heads this time. You changed it.
Yes.
It's okay. Oh, okay. Thank you. So this is not luck, because now it's 16 times 4. It's like 1 in 64. So it's even more difficult than to find a card in a game at random in a card pack of cards. Okay. So I think I know how you think. So we can go to next part. So, okay.
I'm ready.
You ready? So, sorry, I just need to take your future.
Okay.
Okay, it's there. Okay. This is all your possible futures. But for very simple things, don't worry. Okay. So for you, it will be this one. This is your future. Wow. A bit scary, but no, it will be only very simple things. Okay, don't worry. Yeah. Okay. So, can you keep it safe for now? I don't want to spoil the ending, right? Okay, but we will read what's written there, no matter what. Okay. You have a pocket somewhere? Okay, great. So, okay, we will use some coins as well, but some invisible coins. Everything will be in your imagination. Okay? You have a good imagination?
I try my best.
Yes. Okay. So the coins fly. We do what we want with imagination. Okay. So they're there. We have one each. So each, you have 1 cent. I don't know very well, but it's 1, 5, 10. I don't know, up to $1. I think.
Yep.
You know all the coins, right? Okay. So they are there. They float. And with your right hand, take the first one. The first one. Anyone? What did you take?
The quarter.
The quarter.
25 cents.
Yeah, okay. So it was just on impulse, a free choice.
Yes.
Okay. This coin, you will take it like this, behind your back. Because we will do a which hand routine? Which hand game, okay? Which hand, okay? So, just in your mind, you choose a hand. You don't move.
Okay.
You focus on one of your hands.
Okay.
You have one in mind. Okay, so you will change your mind, please. Change your mind, yeah? You focus on the other hand.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, great. So you put the quarter, right, in the other hand, okay? You can, it's there, right? Left hand, correct?
No.
No, right? Show me. Oh, yeah. So first you focused on your left hand.
Correct.
And you make me fail with the quarter in your right hand, correct?
Correct.
Okay. But the quarter, we are now looking for the head, the face, the head on the coin.
Yeah.
Every imaginary coin has a head. Okay, so the head, the face, do you see it pointing up or down? You decide, really decide. Up, heads. Okay, heads up. Okay. Okay. So it's time now to see how close we are and if your future matches with your present. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, let's look. So, yeah, it's okay now. You can relax. I will open it, but very slowly. I did say we will read what's written there. Okay. So, first you focused on which hand?
My left.
Okay. After focusing on your left hand, you will make me fail. Oh, yeah. The coin you took was the quarter, right? Okay. In your right hand, correct, yes. And did you say tails or heads? You said heads, not tails, right? And it's heads! And it's just a piece of paper, right? You can touch it, but nothing else written.
So we've learned a tremendous amount of propolis mentalism with the green neck system, but I know that what you are very excited about, and you're revealing here for kind of the first time to a wide audience, is the Schrödinger principle.
Right, yes.
And well, what is the Schrödinger principle?
Okay, so this is the loser wins principle.
Okay.
And this is the name of the routine, which is the Witchen routine with the prediction at the end. And before we'll speak about the colorful introduction, the one with the colors,
Yes.
which is an homage to Max Maven, disposable color. I think it's 1977 from the Red Book of Mentalism.
Yes.
And I didn't notice at that time, of course, when you read books, sometimes you go through it and you don't really realize everything. But I realized it's the first time I saw this kind of multiple realities at play. And this is what we will be talking about all the end of the lecture.
Oh, okay.
So in disposable color, I don't know if everybody knows the routine. It's just a paper ball sent in the audience to select someone. Max Maven asks the participant who got the ball to name any color, and either the named color is blue and it's in the ball and it's a miracle, or he will just say, oh, pink, very interesting. You will be perfect for this routine, and nobody knows that a routine was supposed to a miracle was supposed to happen or not.
For our audience at home, Gabriel and I did a show together last night, and you were sort of lamenting the fact that it went way too smoothly.
Yeah.
There was no force in that clip where it was blue. It was just, it says blue, but if she'd said any other color, you would have just blown right by it and ignored it.
No. I have a new way of doing it. I will teach you.
Oh, excellent.
Yes,
excellent.
but Max Maven
Yeah.
had this beautiful idea of multiple realities, which is very simple. It's either a miracle or nothing notices nothing.
Yes.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Yes.
This is Max Maven.
Yes.
And I will teach you what I do, what I built upon this idea.
Oh,
okay?
excellent, excellent.
So maybe you noticed I said, okay, you have a color in mind, yes, but did you go for the first color, or did you change your mind quickly to another one? And she said, no, I went to the first color. And I said, okay, it's good. It's what I asked, and you know what we say, go with the gut. But for now, please think of another simple color on the spot. And she said blue directly. So it was over. But what it feels is like I kind of knew she was not thinking of the target color. So asked her to change her mind, so I get blue. So the perception of the audience is something quite strange happening. Okay? So I will need to go now through every steps that I used to make sure I think I have 4 out of 5 I get the blue. I will explain how. So the first principle I use here is the just ask principle. Okay? So I know it's kind of trendy to give names to principles. So. So the way it works is you need to make it appear as if you know something. Okay? So here yesterday I said, I need someone with a very specific way of thinking. Okay? Did you go for the first color or did you change your mind? I just ask. If he says, yes, I changed my mind, I say, okay, I did ask for the first color, but it's okay. And then I would take my board, as you saw, say, okay, sincerely tell me, is this new color one of those, blue, green, or red? And she will either say yes or no. Okay, but with the subtlety, I get two colors in her mind.
Oh.
Anyway.
Ah.
Okay?
Okay.
Either she didn't change, I ask her to change. And if the new one is not between those, I will say, okay, so you see, had you changed your mind, it wouldn't have worked. But the first color is between those three, correct? And she will say yes or no. Because if she thought of two simple colors which are not between those three, it never happened to me. Really, I've done it like hundreds of times.
Yeah.
But it could happen. I would just say, okay, for intuition, it's not that easy, but just think of one of the three colors. And it doesn't matter. Okay? But this is the way I get two opportunities to get one of those three colors.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay? Do you want to recap?
Yeah. Yeah. So it sounds to me like you're saying, think of a color, and then you when you ask if you changed your mind or not, that gives the audience the perception that you knew she changed her mind.
Yeah.
And so whenever you're agreeing with her and giving yourself the opportunity to possibly choose from multiple colors when you go to do your reveal.
Exactly. So, and the way to do it properly is this just ask principle. You make it appear as if you know something. I need someone with a very specific way of thinking. Okay? Tell me sincerely, did you think of the first color or did you change your mind?
Yeah.
And whatever she says, if she changed her mind, I say, oh, I asked for the first one, but let's go for the second one.
Yeah.
And if she says no, I say, okay, it's good. This is what I asked, but just for now, think of another one.
It sounds like some of this is based in acknowledging what they say, but with confidence.
Yes,
with
exactly.
confidence that you knew it no matter what they were going to
Exactly.
say. Yeah.
And the just ask works beautifully. You don't need to use this kind of, which is quite difficult to use the interrogative question. You know, you didn't think of.
Did you? Interrogative question.
Yes, interrogative question, which is quite hard to really do well. It works, but it's quite hard. And I found that just asking the question is very powerful.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the way I get two colors in play. And either I will have it directly with the second color, it's between those three, and I will use this one, the second one, or I will come back to the first one, saying, okay, the second one, you see, this is not what I asked. I asked for the first simple color, and yes, the first one is, and then I will be very clear. The first one is between the three, correct, and she will say yes or no, and she's no, it doesn't matter. I ask her to think of one of the three, okay? So now I have one of those three colors in the mind of my participant. So again, I will use something a bit different for blue. I will use the worried face principle. This is just small principles to make it appear as if I know things that actually I don't know. Okay, so I will just say, okay, I have a target in mind. Did you think of blue? With the worried face.
Yeah.
Did you think of blue? And if she says no, I would say, no, obviously, I mean blue and everything, for example. I would look inside. This you didn't see yesterday. There is something inside.
Yeah.
I would look inside and say, no, I know. You went for green, correct? And then I'm very straightforward.
Yeah.
You went for green, correct? And if she says yes, I get a very big hit.
Yeah.
So if she, let's do it like that. So you went for green, correct? Yes. Okay, green is good, nature, health, but I would suggest red instead of green. Yes, red is love, passion. Why not red instead of green? Yes, why not red instead of green? And then I would open the sign.
Yeah.
And it appears as if I knew she would think green and that I'm suggesting red instead of green. And I would say, okay, now that you know, I start to understand how you think, you can change your mind if you want, but you will be perfect for this first routine. And I welcome her on stage.
It's interesting because the worried face principle with blue sort of sets you up with, did you think of this? And it allows you to play into it. If she says, yes, I did think of blue, it's like, oh, good, open the ball. Oh, thank goodness it worked.
Yeah.
But then the other way you go is if she says no, I didn't think of blue. It's relief.
Really, exactly.
And then
Exactly.
the confidence on the green gives you this
And,
big hit.
yeah,
It's a fascinating way to reinforce.
and I use it all the time. You will see in other routines after.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say she thought of red.
Yeah.
So I would say, did you think of blue? No, of course. No, I know. You went for green, correct? So she would say no. I say, oh, wait. Not blue, not green. You went for red. So it's a joke, obviously, and everybody laughs.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
fun. Yes, of course, red instead of green. Why not red instead of green? Yes, and I show the sign.
And now the sign is a hit for red.
Yes,
Oh, that's really interesting.
yes. Why not red instead of green? Of course, as if, okay, I knew she would say red instead of green. It's not, I would suggest red instead of green because she thought of green. I knew she would say red instead of green.
It's a very direct statement that works both ways.
Yes, and
So
the
it's-
way I would say it
Yes.
will change the meaning.
It's interesting because I want to call this dual reality, but it's
Yeah,
not dual
no,
reality.
not at all.
It's specifically not because we have so many possible outcomes and so many possible realities that are all correct.
It's multiple realities in the way that everybody, the audience, the participant, everybody experiences the same multiple realities.
Yes.
And it's just that I will use the one I need when needed.
And the way we're using these different principles to layer in reinforces the one that you end up going with.
Yeah.
Which
And to
that's
make sure-
fascinating stuff.
And the audience will experience only one reality. So for them, it will be the one.
Yeah.
And they will feel like something happened.
Yeah.
And this is my aim in mentalism. I want something to happen. We'll speak about it later.
Yes. No, this is wonderful.
So I think we have everything for this.
I agree.
Prelude. Yeah.
I agree.
Great. So now I invite her on stage. And if yes, maybe I missed something as well. If the second color was not, if the second color was one of those three, I would say, did you think of blue? No. If she says no, I say no. Of course, I know. You changed for green. You changed for green. It will feel, and this is more dual reality.
Yeah.
It will feel for all the audience that she thought of blue first and then changed for green.
But it doesn't matter what color she actually
Yeah.
thought of. You're just taking credit for
exactly.
what feels like a hit.
Yeah. So if this is the second one
Yeah.
that we are using, I would say you changed for green. Just small difference, okay? But then when I welcome her on stage, I would ask her simply either like donning a ploy, whispering, cutting the mic, saying, just by curiosity, what was the first color you thought of? And if it's blue, I will take credit and open the ball. Or we can do it in the open as well if it's too small to use the Dunninger principle. Just out of curiosity, what was the first color that you thought of? Blue, amazing, because remember I told you I had a target in mind.
Yeah.
And this is blue, boom. So it makes it appear as if you knew the way she thought for the second color and you predicted the first one.
That's great.
So you have many, many opportunities to open the ball at the end. So it's fun.
And if blue never comes up, it's just a paper ball that was thrown out.
And you had something. It's not just as if you had nothing. So you always have something really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's a really great sort of building upon Max's disposable color idea.
Yeah, exactly. And this we can do with almost everything.
Yeah.
This is why I wanted to include it in this lecture.
Yeah.
To see how a simple idea can be, you can build on it, just adding some layers and giving more opportunities to hit. And yeah,
That's
so it's
excellent.
fun. Yeah.
Where are we headed? And so now.
So now I invite her on stage. That
Yes.
you will be perfect for our first experiment. Okay, so either we open the ball or not, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I say, okay, I will try to understand how you think in less than 5 minutes, I say. So the routine is in 2 parts now. Understanding how she thinks and predicting in advance what she will do.
Okay.
Okay, anticipating her decisions.
Yes.
Okay, so first, phase, I use a which hand routine. So here you can use any which hand routine. There is no restriction. It's important to have something before the main routine, just to feel, so the audience feels that something is happening again. You are learning something about the participant.
And the which hand routine that you performed
Yes.
in the show that we saw, you're using this coin casket.
Yeah, so
and
it's not mine, so I cannot explain it, but any which hand routine can work. I'm using the Simon Cross, I think it's which hand method and solution or something technical.
Yes.
There is a book out there. About
but you
Simon
could also
Cross.
use like Hugo Shelley's Sixth Sense or Flux or any of the electronic methods,
Yeah.
or there's a lot of methods that work with just like where you're where it's very low tech.
Yeah,
There's
this
lots
one
of
is very
different
low
stuff.
tech because I have it on in my wallet all the time. Actually,
Yeah.
this routine I perform it all the time. I have it in my wallet. I use this little box, so it builds a little bit more. It's not just which hand; it's which hand, heads or tails.
Yeah.
And the prediction will predict the which hand and the orientation of the coin. So it's fun to have this. And this is a box now. It's very hard to find, I think, but it's a small box that is very mechanical as well. So no electronics. So.
Yeah, but I understand that the routine that you are using currently in your repertoire is not yours to share. But anybody who is at home right now wanting to do a which hand, if you go into Penguin search for which hand, there are hundreds and hundreds of things that will show up.
Yeah, exactly.
So this one works for you. So
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Then I say, okay, now I understand how you think. I will try to anticipate your decisions. And this is when I take out all those possible futures because I need to take the one that will match what she will do.
Yes.
So this is based on what she did before. No, they are all the same.
They're all the same.
Yes. Not exactly, because I have 4 in French and 2 in English. And in French, it's just because if it's a lady or a man, it's not the same. You know, the spelling will change. And so I will take the one based on the gender of the participant, or if I'm very polite with them, you know, it's not the same words.
Yeah. So there's because you've got formal.
Yeah.
You got formal versus informal.
Yes,
so
exactly.
You have to have this many for the.
So I will match.
Yes.
That's it. But they are all the same,
Yeah.
so I don't have to think.
Yeah.
Then I just take the one matching the situation.
Okay.
And I have small of this in my wallet, so I can do it all the time.
I've never thought of having to perform in a language where my prediction might have to use formal or informal or masculine or feminine verb conjugation before. So wow, this got me even more impressive. So.
You have to get ready.
Yes.
Okay? And once it happened that I was like this, I always have the English version as well, and I was performing in French.
Yeah.
And the ball was caught by an English-speaking lady, the only one in the audience. So I switched in English because I knew they had the full day. It was a seminar. They spoke English the full day only because of this woman. And they said, the show will be in French. We don't care. I switched in English, and the prediction was in English. So
I bet that I bet the crowd erupted at that. They couldn't believe it.
Amazing.
Okay,
so obviously now there is one prediction. So we need to match this prediction, whatever happens.
Okay.
And I feel this is very important to make it very clear that we will read what's written there. There is no ambiguity. And I think the audiences are not stupid. When you have multiple outs, they feel it. They feel, even if you're very good at switching things, and it's not the same as, this is a very important moment, okay?
Yeah.
So this was my goal.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a confabulation routine with only one out.
Yeah.
So I will use multiple realities to reach this out.
Oh, interesting.
It's not multiple out.
Yeah.
It's not dual reality, it's multiple reality. So this is the beginning of Schrödinger, you will see.
Yes.
So the first part of the routine is using some coins, invisible coins. So I will force the quarter.
Okay.
So yesterday, she took the quarter directly.
Okay.
I'm trying to force the quarter.
Yeah.
I do my best. In France, I have other coins. I have like 70% of the time, I get the coin on the first. But it doesn't work all the time. It's psychological forces.
Okay.
I can explain how I do it.
Please do.
It's not the same if they are young, less than 15, and more than 15. More than 15, I would use the coins from right to left.
Okay.
So it's not the normal order for the audience. Okay. I would say 1 cent, 5, right? How many coins do you have? 10?
Yeah. So ours would be penny, nickel. So 1, 5, 10.
And then I won't say 1, 5, 10. All the coins up to $1, I think.
Yes.
2 if you want. I don't care. Sometimes I make some jokes.
Yes.
Okay. So I would say the beginning and the end.
Yeah.
So I don't say the last 2 actually, the half and quarter.
Yeah.
Okay. And I would ask for to take one first coin. You see, I'm preparing for something else if needed. And then I'm relaxed. I show the coin. Okay. Just with your right hand, take one first coin, and I take the one which I want.
Yeah.
She takes. And what coin did you choose?
In my head, I took the quarter.
The quarter, and then poof, bingo. It was a free choice, right? Okay. And you go from there.
It's sort of the easiest one to grab.
Quarter. I think the more common one. It's but if you don't take the quarter.
Okay, so let's say that now I'm going to try and fight you on this. I'm going to try and fight this. So,
just take it on second first. We'll do this. The second coin you take is the quarter, okay? To start with, okay? So just grab one first coin, anyone. What is it?
It's the 5 cents.
5 cents, and another one with your other hand. What is it?
That's the quarter.
The quarter. Okay, so 5
Yes.
and 25.
Yes.
Okay, great. It was free choice, right?
Yes.
Okay, just put those coins on this little table here, you see? It's an imaginary table. Yeah, okay. So 5, 25. Okay, now I will take one of those coins just to demonstrate what we will do, okay?
Okay.
Which one shall I take to demonstrate?
This one.
This one?
Yeah.
This one is the
nickel,
and you have the 25, right?
Yeah.
So this is about the gesture.
Yeah.
So this could be just, I take this one or this one.
Yeah.
Or one for me, one for you. And I take one to demonstrate what you will do with the other.
Yeah.
So this is the way to end the equivoque. This is equivoque.
Yes.
Okay, if she doesn't take the quarter directly, I move into equivoque. So the objective of the lecture is not to go deep into equivoque. We could speak about this for ages.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like equivoque though. It feels very direct.
Yeah, and you will see that in every method you can use Schrödinger. Yeah. And I tend to use Schrödinger in everything now. And so Schrödinger, you will see it's kind of preparing what will happen before. Not waiting to know to do what you have to do. Okay, so you will see. I will slowly go into Schrödinger and then explain really deeply what it is.
So because we're dealing with so many different things, in this case, as you're doing this, what if I take the nickel?
Yeah.
What is your response to that?
So we have the nickel and the quarter here. I say, okay, I will take one now. I will take one to demonstrate what we will do. Which one shall I take?
I want this.
No, I say, which one shall I take?
This one.
This one?
Yeah.
To demonstrate? Okay. And you have the?
Quarter.
Okay. So this is the one we did already. You see?
Okay. So if I go the other way,
yeah.
if I say,
so which one shall I take to demonstrate what you will do?
This one.
This one, which is the quarter. Free choice.
Yes.
Okay. Each time I have the quarter, it's free choice.
Oh, and then you just put away the other one.
Yeah, I don't care. It's invisible. So this is what you will do.
Yeah.
I will demonstrate what you will do with the coin you will use.
Wow, it feels so natural.
Yeah. It is because the body also is important. The gesture will make it feel very natural.
Last question before we go on is, what if in the initial taking of the two coins, let's say I take the penny and the dime, so the 1 and the 10, and I haven't picked the quarter.
Yeah, now we'll go through this.
Yeah.
Because the end will always be this, so I wanted to go through this first. Okay, so now you take one first coin, anyone, and another one, what you want?
I have the penny and the dime.
The dime. And I have a quarter and half, for example. Okay, 4 coins is enough to start with?
Yes.
Okay. I ask the question, 4 coins is enough to start with? And they will say yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have half, quarter.
Dime, penny.
Okay, 4 enough. Okay, let's put those on a small table here.
Okay.
You remember those coins?
Yes.
Okay. So it starts now. Deep breath, okay? And without thinking too much, just push 2 out of the line towards me. Any 2. Which two are those?
That is the nickel and the dime.
The nickel and the dime. Okay.
Yes.
So we are left with the half and penny.
Yes.
And quarter.
Yes.
Okay. We are back to this. Now
now we're back to this.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's sorry. My brain's exploding a little bit because of how because it really doesn't feel like.
No, yeah,
okay.
and it's at the beginning of the routine, and so
Yeah.
it flows, and it's very fast. So
Yeah.
let's say you push the quarter,
Yeah.
okay? So first, deep breath, it starts now, okay? Push 2 coins out of the line towards me. Which one are these?
The quarter and the penny.
The quarter and the penny?
Yeah.
Okay, free choice.
Yes.
As soon as I have the quarter, it's a free choice, okay?
Yeah.
And we are back at the beginning.
Yeah. And now we're doing
Yeah,
this
doing
thing.
this
Yeah.
thing.
Okay, great.
So it's very fast, and it's at the beginning. Everybody forgets about it at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you reveal it's a quarter, it's just whatever.
I think just the fact that you've never said, okay, so we'll get rid of this.
I know,
that doesn't happen. That makes it feel like everything is very intentional, not using that kind of phrase.
It's just when you push 2 out, you're just in between 2 realities.
Yeah.
So what was this coins? Sometimes you can know actually. If sometimes I dare, because he's visualizing coins, so you could know if
you could see
yeah,
where
you
they're
could
looking.
see where they are. But usually I don't risk it.
Yeah.
I don't need it. Push 2 out. There's one. Okay, which are these?
Yeah.
I'm in between 2 realities. If we don't care, it will be like this. Okay. And so now we are back to the 2. Or I'm in between the quaterns. Okay, 3 choices, right?
So we've forced the quarter.
We for the quarter. Okay. Anyway, I just explained my way of doing equivoque in this part, but it's just use yours. Okay. But equivoque is a very powerful tool that you cannot just do it without preparation. I feel you need to really think deeply about it. It's something you need to be really prepared. And this is what I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have the quarter. So we will do the witch hand routine.
Okay.
Okay. So take the quarter behind your back like this. It's not yet in one of your hand, okay? Because you didn't choose a hand yet.
Okay.
You will choose a hand in your mind. Okay. Focus on one of your hand. And I use the word focus now. Okay. Focus on one of your hand. You have one in mind?
Yes.
Then I appear to think of something, but I don't. It's just acting. Okay, so please you will change your mind. Okay, focus on the other hand. You put the quarter right in the other hand, and you go to the left hand directly. Is it there?
No.
No. Oh yeah, because you changed. So you focused on your left hand, and now the quarter is in your right hand.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So this is what happened during the clip. So and this is what is written.
Yes.
Okay, but what if?
Yeah, well, what if it's in my left hand?
Yeah, let's do it.
All
Okay. Okay. So first you focus on your right hand, and then I make you change on the left. So what happened? So it's there, right?
Yes.
Bingo, you win. So great. So first left hand, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's remember it. First time left hand. Okay. Let's do it again.
All right.
And we do it again. And I will always point to the left hand. And as long as I win, I play.
Yeah.
And when I lose, it's written. So the principle is the loser wins.
Got it.
Okay?
Yes.
Very simple. I have them change their mind at the beginning. So if I lose directly, they were thinking of the left hand first. And if I'm good, I will go on pointing the left hand. Always. Very easy to remember.
Yes.
Okay, so let's do it so you see how it works.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so we do the case where you think first of your right hand. I make you change your mind, and I'm good here. Okay, and we do it again. Okay, let's do it again. Focus on one of your hand, and I use focus again because if I do it more than 2-3 times, the focus word will change a bit. The meaning will change. Okay, it will be you focused on your left hand like many times.
Yes.
It's focusing on, not just focusing your mind. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, next time this one again.
No.
Right? No, you changed.
Yes.
Show me. Oh yes. Okay. So first you focused on your left hand, and you made me fail with the quarter, right?
Yes.
In your right hand. Correct.
Correct.
And this is what is written. You just say what's written.
Yes.
All the time. So sometimes you will point 2-3 times, but at one point, normal audiences will change. For magicians, sometimes you may need to ruse because they will stick to the hand just to see what happens.
Yeah.
It happened once. So I would say, okay, if I see he will keep on, I would just say one more time, change your mind. So if he's always focusing on the left hand, he will change his mind and I will lose because I need to lose at the end. Okay? So now I'm good with focusing on the left hand one time, two times, many times. And then I lose with the quarter on the right hand. So now for the heads or tails.
Okay.
I need heads. And this is not mine. It's from Red Devil, an American guy who gave me the authorization to use this beautiful idea.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy. It was even more, in France, it's even better because of the language.
Okay.
So let's see what happens if you if you see the face, the head down. Okay, we try it.
Okay.
Okay. So the quarter is there, but now we are looking for the head because every imaginary icon has a head on one of the two faces. Okay. Do you see the face, the head pointing up or pointing down?
Pointing down.
Down. And here I'm trying to force up. I use all my knowledge on this, like Banachek or everything. So I have something to say about this. For me, there is no rule for psychology to force psychologically.
Yeah.
The only rule is to really want it to happen. I want you to say heads. I want you to say up, so pointing up or down. I just want it so it doesn't have to be, it should not be obvious, obviously. But just pointing up or down, I really want you to say up.
Sort of manifesting.
I really want, please. In your mind, just think, please do it, and it works. Okay? So yesterday we had pointing up. Up or down, so you say down.
Yeah, but in this case, I'd say
down. So you see the head is pointing down. So just imagine a big arrow pointing down just to remember, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So it's the end. Let's see. So you can get excited because you know what's written. So you know it's good. So let's see what's written. And then you just say very carefully, you take it. Okay, I will open it just for suspense, but look very carefully. Okay, after focusing on yours, so first you focus on your left hand.
I focus on my left hand first.
Left hand.
Okay.
You will make me fail. Yeah, it's written, so it's funny. Here, you get a surprise. In mentalism, usually we like surprises.
Yeah.
Think of something, is this. Think of something, is this. The method, the loser wins, implies missing something. So you get this surprise, what's happening, and it's written. Surprise. Oh, he knew he would fail. With the quarter, in your right hand, and you said the head was pointing down. So the arrow you saw in your mind was down. Let's see, heads down. I have a big arrow pointing down.
Oh, I see. Because you were adding this language of the arrow.
So this
looks a lot like an exclamation point.
Exactly.
So if it's heads up, if you have heads up,
I will reframe differently. I will reframe. You said tails or heads?
I saw the heads up.
So it's heads, right? It
Yeah.
becomes heads or tails, which is the normal way of saying it.
Yes.
I was just asking if you see the head on top or down. So if you see on top, it's heads. It's not tails. No, not tails, heads. So you're expecting tails or heads, and you see heads. Boom. This you don't even look at it. It's just exclamation point. Okay, and it's good. And then you can show it's just a piece of paper because audiences are not stupid. They want to see if there is not something else written, and there is not.
I'm like a little irritated that there's not like sliding flaps and secret writing on this. I don't like the fact that you were able to just do this with language.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Yeah, it's great.
So you see, for the end, you make them imagine this arrow just to remember it, and then so the head was pointing down, the arrow was down. Let's look at the arrow, and then you point to the arrow, and it's clearly an arrow now. Now, as soon as you see the arrow, this is what's important.
Yeah.
Because we were looking for the head. So you look at the arrow and there's no ambiguity.
Yeah. I know it's interesting because I'm really starting to get this sense of you're building the different possible realities and then you're honing in so deeply on them that it's as if no other reality could have existed.
Exactly. So here it precedes Schrödinger in the fact it's just as long as you win, you play. When you lose, you prove that
Yeah.
you
So
just predict
you
it.
keep playing until
But
you
so
lose.
it's kind of multiple realities,
Yeah.
but almost the same. It's just you don't know how many times we will play.
Yeah.
And I don't know either, but
Mhm.
it's the way it works.
So you play which hand until you lose.
Yeah.
And then when you lose,
Yeah.
you reveal a prediction that you would lose.
Yeah.
So you get all of this credit for being so good at which hand
Yeah.
until the very end, and then you go,
And I knew in which hand would be the coin when I would
Yeah.
I would use.
yeah,
I
wow.
would lose. Yeah.
That's really
The
fascinating.
loser wins. So I perform it all the time, close up
Yeah.
on stage. I like to use it to start my shows because it builds slowly.
Yeah.
And to do mentalism, I think it's very important to have a credibility to make it build slowly, because we will speak about it later, I think. But for me, in mentalism, you need to create an emotion, which is to create the doubt, questioning. It's very different than magic for me in this sense. Okay, so
Yes.
if they start say, how this is possible, yeah, just one chance for the witch hand, one chance in two, 50-50. Oh yes, no. You create this strange emotion of what's happening, and the fact there is clearly nothing else written there is there. It's very powerful.
Very powerful. Excellent. Well, so that's the loser wins.
Yep.
And then from there we went into, what did we go into next?
Next, the variations.
Variations.
Yeah, we didn't show it yet.
No, let's take a look at the this is the loser wins again, but it's a different variation.
It's just a few variations to show you the versatility of this principle. So usually I would not do it just after this one.
Yeah.
But for for you yesterday.
Yeah.
Just,
yeah, so this is so that people can get a different sense of how to use the loser wins principle in a different way.
Exactly.
Let's take a look at the clip.
You're right to say, because usually I don't do this, but I think we are now really in sync. So I will try something I don't usually do, just for you, okay? So it will be a which hand, and I will try to prove that I can know really in which hand you will. So we will use this folded piece of it's a business card, okay? So for now, just put it behind your back, and I will need a witness. Do you want to be a witness? You don't mind? Yes, you can? Sure. Okay, please join me here. Thank you. I will whisper her what I think will happen, okay? You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. You understand? Yes. Yeah, okay. So now you decide. You choose a hand, and you bring your hand in front of you. Okay? What did I say? I said I would point to one of the hands. I said the
right hand.
The right hand, upon the right hand. It's empty. And what did I say just after? That she will try to trick me, right? By putting the message, the card, in the left hand. And this is what you did. And actually, this was the target, because look what's inside the card. If we unfold it, it's written, you will trick me by placing this message in your left hand. How fun is that? Thank you very much. I keep you there because I think we are now really in things, so we'll try one last thing, okay? I promise. Last thing. Just stand here, put this behind your back. I don't look. Take a deep breath. Okay, and you decide now. You put, yes, okay, and you do as I do. Ready? Tack, 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 tack. Wow. How in sync we are. Thank you, Maddie, very much. Thank you for your help. Thank you.
Very interesting.
Yep.
Variations, but now we're just using business cards.
Yeah. So here I'm using business cards. So this is the one. So there is a message inside.
Mm-hmm.
I have some routines with that where I can say at the beginning there is a message inside. It's not for now, it's for later. But here, maybe I won't need it, so I don't say it. We'll use a folded business card.
Okay.
And I think now I can know in advance in which hand you will do it even before you decide.
Okay.
And I can prove it.
Okay.
So I need a witness.
Yep.
So I will ask for someone to come up,
Mhm.
and I will whisper in the ear. So this is what I whisper.
Oh yeah. So yeah, because no one heard what you. You were even quiet on the mic. I was monitoring audio. I
Yeah.
couldn't hear it.
But she was confirming
Yes.
everything that happened. So
Yeah. So
it
what?
feels as if I exactly said what would have happened, right?
What did you whisper to her?
Not exactly what you think.
Yeah.
I whispered exactly, okay, I will point to the right hand, the one on the right, because
Mhm.
when in English, when you say right hand, it will be the right one. So
Yes.
I have to be precise. I will point to the right hand, the one on the right, but he will try to trick me. You will see.
Okay.
That's all.
That's what you whisper.
Yeah. But he will try to trick me. You will see. Okay? Okay? Yeah, she agrees. Okay.
All right.
Okay, now you choose a hand.
Okay.
So let's do the other possibility.
So we'll do the left hand first.
So no, this is what we had.
Oh,
So right hand.
So the right hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So now you decide. Bring your hand. So what did I say? I would point to the, and she says right hand. Open your right hand, and here it is. You tried to trick me, but not enough. Let's do it again.
Okay.
Okay. And she's happy.
Yeah.
And this is what happened. And that's it.
Yeah.
And we do it again.
Okay.
Let's do it again.
All right.
But this time, really try to trick me. Okay.
Okay.
Behind your back. Okay. Yes, I think I can prove it. Okay. You decide. Take your hands. So right again. Correct?
Nope.
No. Oh, you did trick me by putting the message in your left hand. And I said I could prove that I knew in advance what you would do. Look what's written inside.
You will trick me by placing this message in your left hand.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
And this is the proof.
Yeah.
So you can do it twice if it works directly in the first time. The loser wins. When I lose, I prove.
I win.
If I win, I win. That's it.
It's great because you have this person confirming.
Yeah.
But you're just guessing until you get it right. And
Yeah,
then,
exactly.
And then I love this idea. And it feels, because you carry it off with such confidence that I don't question
Nobody
anything at all.
I say, okay, this time you managed to trick me.
Yeah.
It's in your right hand.
Yeah.
If it's there, I knew you would trick me by placing the message in your right hand.
Yeah.
If it's not there,
Mhm.
I knew you would trick me by placing the message in your right hand. And you did trick me because
Yeah.
I pointed to the right one. So it's very coherent.
Yeah.
Okay? Coherence is very important for
Mhm.
all my work.
Yeah.
I work on coherence. So you will see Schrödinger,
Mhm.
it's building coherence because our brains love coherence.
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 Yes,
Right.
yeah.
Exactly. The second one,
Yes.
I name it sync.
Mhm.
So you saw it. Yes, I remember what happened yesterday. So we do the other possibility.
Okay.
So I don't look. I make it very obvious. I don't look. I say, okay, you decide now. Bring your hand in front of you and do like me. Tack,
Tack.
tack,
Tack.
and that's it. Nobody knows I have another one.
Yeah.
If I win, I stop.
Yeah.
That's it. And everybody will say, what the fuck? He didn't look at it. He was like this, tack, tack. That's it. So the name of the method is tack, 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 tack.
Okay.
Because either you do tack, tack,
Yeah.
or
So
tack, 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 tack.
Yeah.
It's,
so if I pull it up, if they pulled out the right hand, so
So-
tuck tuck. So we're matching, and
Yeah.
then tuck tuck, and
so
then
let's do it again.
All right.
I don't know what you will do.
okay.
It's always in my right hand.
It's always in your right hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You decide now. Bring your hands. I don't look.
Okay.
And you do like I do. Tack, tack,
Tack tack
tack, tack.
tack tack.
We're in sync.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
I hate how simple this is. This is fantastic. So these are two variations on the loser's win.
Yeah. And you could think of many, many variations. So
Yeah.
really, it's limitless.
Yeah, it's really wonderful. Well, that is excellent. There's nothing else to learn with the loser
No,
wins?
I think we're good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And where do we go to next?
Schrödinger.
Schrodinger. Now we're going to really get into it.
So I think I will use the heritage routine, the one with the card,
Mhm.
as an example
Okay.
of how to use Schrödinger, and then I will really explain the concept deeply. Okay?
Excellent. Well,
Okay?
let's take a look at a clip of Gabriel performing Heritage.
Okay. Well. Lies. We all lie from times to times, right? White lies usually. I need to tell you about how all this began for me. It's about all about my grandfather. I had a very colorful grandfather. I was very lucky. We were very close. I would spend all summer at the farm in east of France, and we would spend entire evening playing card games. He would tell all those beautiful stories. And one story came up often. He said that back from the war, he found a solution to win big at cards. He claimed to have a foolproof method to guess the value of any playing cards. How strange is that? And so obviously nobody believed him because he was poor. But this is what ignited my interest in magic. So I kept asking and asking, why do you tell this story? It's obviously not a true story, please. And eventually he admitted that it was true, but that he got too confident. He played one time too many. So he said that he played everything he had on one card one night against a very wealthy guy, and he lost. Yeah, not far. He found a card, just the right suit, you know the card, right suit, but the value just one rank below the correct card. A tiny mistake, he lost everything. So he swore never to gamble for money again, and that's it. Yeah, okay, it sounds like a weak justification, you're right, but I challenged him. I said, okay, I'm ready to believe you if you explain your method, how you do it, and then I will trust you. And not long before passing away, actually, he agreed. He gave me an envelope containing the card that cost him everything that night. He had kept it with him all that time as a reminder of his promise not to play for money at all, okay? And knowing I would have the envelope, he trusted me as well, so I know the method. I know how to do it. It works. So obviously, I can't tell you all the details. It's a family secret. But as an homage to my grandfather, I'd like tonight with you to recreate this night where he lost everything, but it was the beginning of his new life, and that one of you would play the role of my grandfather. Who would like to do that? No, it could be, it doesn't have to, it could be a lady, it could be, who would like to do that? You want to do it? Oh, great, thank you. Please join me on stage. Your name is? Tony. Nice to meet you. So you have no idea what card is in the envelope. It's good. My grandfather had no idea before playing, okay? So you can keep it for now. Don't try to guess, okay? The method was a mix of intuition and luck. You remember? Intuition and luck. Keep that in mind, okay? So take a deep breath and whew, there you are in the shoes of my grandfather. The stakes are enormous. All your money is on the table, okay? And just imagine that the card you have to find is like 500 meters away. So you know it's there, but you don't know what it is because you don't know what it is, okay? But in your imagination, start to come closer to the card. So from far away, you start to see if it's more red or black. In your mind, you don't say nothing out loud, okay? Just in your mind, you start to see if it's more red than black or black. Okay, so you come closer, you start to see if it's more like numbered card. You see ace, 2, 3, number up to 10, or picture cards, because from far away you can see that. Jack, queen, king, you know the cards, right? So from far away, you see those images coming to you, right? Okay, so you come closer. If it's numbered, you can count those, 1, 2, 3. If it's a picture, you can see if it's young, old lady, man. You have a value. You are very close now. You have the suit. You have everything. You created one card and only step by step in your mind. Correct? Yes, you have it? Okay, a card nobody can know. It's only in your mind, right? Okay. Just to be clear, I'd like you now to name out loud a totally different card. So if you thought of a number card, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 10, you name a picture, Jack, queen, king. Picture, number, black, red, black, you change everything. So tell me.
Jack of spades.
Jack of spades? No way. Because this is the result of intuition first, and then luck, changing to a totally different one. But even you 2 minutes ago, you couldn't know. You would say Jack of spades. You won't believe this. My grandfather said Jack of spades. That night, yes, it's true. You don't have to believe me. He said Jack of spades. So you remember, he said Jack of spades. He lost everything because the card that cost him everything was the card just above the Jack of spades, because he was one rank below. You remember that? So this is the Queen of spades, the card that cost him everything. And he said Jack of spades. He lost everything. This is what happened. You don't believe me? Yeah? Yeah, actually, we don't have to look at the card. I can put it back in the envelope and no risk. No, what do you think? No, my grandfather used to say, trust your intuition, Gabriel, and make up your own luck. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Great routine. I'm getting some Kenton Nepper vibes here, a little Colossal Killer with sort of the heirloom variation, but you don't have
It's my version of Kenton Nepper Colossal Killer.
Yeah, Colossal Killer.
But
you don't have a wallet with 19 outside.
No, 16.
16,
yeah. Only a very small envelope.
Yeah.
And I had many things in mind creating this routine. It took me like 10 years, really. I played with many, many things. I really wanted, I didn't want the one-off principle. I really wanted to have the back of the cards and people wondering, no, it can't be this one, and yes, it is. Yeah. I wanted this emotion. Come on, no, yeah. Okay? And I wanted the process to really be free. I didn't want any ambiguity. And when I changed from equivoque to Schrödinger to get the card I need for this to work, it changed the emotion of the participant and the audience completely. Yeah. So changing method, in mentalism at least, can really have an impact, a very deep impact on the audience. Yeah. I wanted it to be really hands-off. Sometimes I want it to be playful, like at the first routine, I'm playful. Okay. Here, this is an homage to my grandfather. There is a method. I explain a little bit of it, and I wanted it to be really hands-off. She is, or he is, creating this card really in his mind and using the method, and this is the card. That's it. And this is very powerful. So this is how I do it. Okay. The first step I'd like to explain is how I got rid of the one-off principle. Okay, yeah. So I use a goal. We will recreate this night, and you play the role of my grandfather. So I explain what would happen. My grandfather lost, okay? He didn't took out the good card. He was just one rank below the good one, okay? So this seems very clear, okay? And I say that inside the envelope is the card that cost everything to my grandfather, okay? So he lost everything because of this card. This is the card. But there is an ambiguity. But I make sure you don't question what I say. Yeah. It's just, it feels very clear. Yeah. But there is an ambiguity. Yeah. I've never said if this card that cost him everything is the card that my grandfather was supposed to find or the card that my grandfather took out. Yeah. Because it could be the card he took out that made him lose everything. It could be. So I will use this ambiguity. Okay? So when you, so it will be a picture, okay? So if you name Jack, Queen, or King, I can reframe everything that I said to make it very clear that the only card possible is this one. Yeah. Okay, so what we saw yesterday on the clip just before, it was yesterday first, is Jack. Yeah. Jack of spades, okay? So maybe I can show the envelope first. It will be clearer.
Yeah, I think we should. There is a gimmick involved.
Yeah,
here.
There is a gimmick involved because it's a question of compromises. Yeah. Okay, I'm not against any gimmick when I think it has a real value. So here I use an envelope I created, which is very simple. If you open it like this, untacking the flap, you get to one card. And this is the one we saw yesterday, I think, the Queen of Spades, which is a double index.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so on one side of the envelope, I have 2 black queens.
Okay.
Okay. And to show it very simply, I just do it like that.
I like how that
So it's very simple, it's very casual.
the turning over of the double index card is a really interesting detail.
Just my index will hide the other one, so I can be very slowly, and the card will rotate around my finger. Okay.
That's a great detail on showing a double index card. Because it doesn't feel like you're hiding anything.
Yeah,
at all.
exactly. It has to be very casual.
Yeah. Excellent.
And that's it.
Okay.
So we see the end at the beginning. Okay. So you have the 2 black one here, and the 2 red one is you just have to.
So the other side.
On the other side, the envelope is totally symmetrical, so it's very easy, and that's it. And that's it.
You have this as a commercially available product, Heritage, which comes with the envelope and the booklet.
Yes.
But I imagine that a clever one of our viewers could make this on their own.
Of course.
Let's take a closer look at the envelope.
Okay.
So it's red on the one side and then black.
I added a small dot
right there so that you know.
So I know it's black.
Gotcha.
I learned it by.
But you learned that one the hard way, did you?
Yeah, the hard way, exactly. Because usually red is always on top.
Yes.
So I was very confident, but once it was the other way around. It doesn't matter. I have a solution I should teach for that afterward. So if it's black, you just untuck the flap and reach to the inside. And again, if you are directly on the correct size, it's okay. And if not, you speak like this, moving it around and showing the card.
And this envelope is two-sided, so that we've got there's
2 pockets.
There's 2 pockets that are divided here and here, and attached at these points on their respective sides, so that you can. I don't want to put this together wrong.
No, it's okay.
So I think the red goes on that side and the black goes on that side.
Yeah, so it's totally symmetrical. So it's very thin, and so you can give it to the audience to hold. There's no problem. Yeah.
So it feels very, very fair and very free.
It's very old and casual.
Okay,
so now we know that we have 4 queens available.
Yes.
4 outs.
Yes.
Okay. So we will need to reach one of those 4 outs, one of those 4 queens. Okay. And I will use the fact that there is this ambiguity to make sure it's the only card that they are expecting. Okay. So what we saw is the jack. So when I get the jack, I say amazing. And I explain that it's the card my grandfather said that night. He said the jack. And if he said the jack, the card that cost him everything has to be the queen.
It has to be
because
that card.
he was 1 rank below the.
It was 1 rank below, as we've already set up.
Yeah.
So
if I get the queen directly, I will just forget the story. The queen, amazing. This is the card. It's the card. That's it. And everybody is wondering.
It just gets so focused on the fact that they named the queen, you had the queen in the envelope.
And if they name the king, amazing. This is the card that my grandfather was supposed to find that night.
Yeah.
It works because I said before it works.
Yeah.
So it works. And he was supposed to find the king, but he lost everything by taking out the card 1 rank below the king. So it was the queen of spades. Yeah. And this is the queen of spades. And then everybody is, no, it can't be the queen of spades.
Yeah.
This is the only card that's.
And then you can really take your time in that moment to open the envelope, show that it's only 1 card in there.
Really slowly.
Yeah.
King, so queen of spades, and everybody will. No, it can't be the queen.
Yeah.
It can't be the queen. I will get to this point, whatever happens.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, how to get a picture? Because this is the main question.
Yeah, that is the part that really got me. Was that there's no limiting language in this, at all.
No, and I really wanted it to feel free.
Yeah.
And the process of building the card is not the method, but it's very important because this is when something happens. for everybody,
Yeah.
for them, because they build this card in their mind and it works, and for everybody else. So you don't have to use the same process. I like this one to just build the card slowly, like coming closer to the card, seeing details, more and more details. Use any solution for that, of course, but you have to create something here. I very often see mentalists, for example, using other methods with multiple wallets or things like that, and they would just go to just name a card, any card, name a card, and then ta-da, this is the one.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're amazed. They're, wow, I don't know how you did it, but they don't feel something happening. You see what I mean?
Yeah. If I'm understanding you correctly, it's if you're building the card, you're also building the suspense.
Exactly.
And so they're feeling an emotion rather than just like name it, here it is.
Yeah, but something is happening. They will feel that this is when the magic happened.
Yes.
And you need to give them something for the magic to happen.
Yes.
And this is when it happens. When they build this card, and you will see what can happen later. Okay, so I have them freely build a card in their minds, any card, really. But before I explain that the method of my grandfather was a mix of intuition and luck. And I ask them to keep this in mind, intuition and luck. So you build a card in your mind, and as you saw in the clip, I then ask, okay, just to be clear, you will now name a totally different card. Okay, so if you created a numbered card, you will name a picture number, black, red, you change everything.
So if I had in my head built the 9 of clubs,
Yeah.
then if I'm going to name a totally different card, I would name the King of Diamonds.
King of Diamonds, amazing. I got my picture. Okay?
Yeah.
And this is exactly the result of intuition first and luck changing to a totally different one. But even you, 2 minutes ago, you couldn't tell. You would say King of Hearts. It's amazing because this is exactly the card my grandfather was supposed to find at the Emperor.
And it just it just feels like when you say that, just name a totally opposite card, it feels like it's still a part of the building the card process.
Exactly. But there is an ambiguity.
Yeah.
I create multiple realities. Okay, so maybe I can perform to you when you built a picture card.
Yeah.
Like everybody's wondering what's happening. Because if you build a picture, you will name a number.
Yeah. So I'm gonna build a card in my head right now.
Build a card.
Okay. And I'm gonna go with the Queen of Clubs.
Okay. I don't know yet.
So you don't know.
You have so you built a card and
Yes.
only in your mind. A card nobody could know. It's only in your mind, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just to be clear, I'd like you now to name a totally different card. So if you thought a number card, you name a picture number, you change everything.
8 of Hearts.
You could have created an 8 of Hearts, right? Or a 9 of Diamonds, or any other 51 cards, okay? But you didn't. You have only one in your mind that you created.
Yes.
Okay. So you said 9 of Hearts, so I know it's a black picture. So the beauty of it is that I can already take the card out. I take the black
Oh wow.
Queen, and I say, okay, for the first time, what is the card you created in your mind?
Queen of Clubs.
No way. The Queen of Clubs?
Yeah.
This is the Queen of Clubs. But we don't have to look at it. I can put it back in the envelope and no risk of failure. Right?
Yeah.
What do you think? We look at it? Yeah, if we don't look at it, there is no way of knowing the story is true or not.
Let's look at it.
Yeah, my grandfather used to say, never be afraid to take risk. Trust your intuition, make your own luck, and then you have the Queen of Clubs.
That is really, really good.
And even this variation, I prefer this one because they built a card in their head, any card, and this is the one. And the portion where I create this ambiguity, you have to do fine tuning because you're in the middle of this is part of the method, it's important, or we don't care.
Yeah.
You have to find the right. So that's why when you build the card, I make it a little bit as if it's done. You relax, and I say, okay, just to be clear, it doesn't mean nothing. Just to with this gesture, it could be mean, yeah, it's important, or we don't care.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, you will name a totally different card, and I wait.
Yeah.
And if they say number card, I say, yeah, you could have, and it's just you could have. Really, any card would have been possible, but you have one in mind. You take out the card,
Yeah.
and then you ask.
And there's something I really like about that too, where them naming the totally different card gives you information that allows you to get that card out into play,
into play even
before they name the other card,
Exactly.
because it's not a very intuitive leap for most lay audiences.
Yeah.
That's really. There was one other detail I wanted to comment on that I'm not sure if you noticed this, was when, or maybe you did notice this, when you pulled the card out, there was a way you were holding the card where you could get to either the club or the spade very, very quickly.
Actually, I hold it in the middle.
Yeah.
And if I need to turn, either I would just put it up, or I'm gesturing.
Yeah.
And slowly it will rotate.
Yeah.
Little bit by little bit.
So you can always turn it around one-handed.
Yes.
And get that really,
always one-handed, but it's casual. So you could.
But that one-handed turnover is so important.
Yeah.
For how fair this is.
Yeah, because it has to be very slow. It's just boom.
This is a wonderful routine, and one I think that I might end up performing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. It's really great.
Before it was more for close-up of environment. I would use it. Now I use it on stage all the time.
Oh,
because it really creates something very special, very special. And you can obviously find your own story. Yeah. It's a really. I have some shorter version.
Yeah.
It's very easy to you just need the few important details of the story. Losing one rank below the good card, and that's it. And then the method, intuition, unlock, and then you're ready. You prepare the reality that you will need later. So I explain almost everything of Schrödinger already, because I'm using Schrödinger in two ways here, with three realities, basically for the one-off. It could be the jack, the queen of the die, or the diamond, and two realities to have the picture, which is either intuition and luck. It's like two parts of the method. You create a card and then you change, or it's just one part. You create a card with intuition and luck in your mind.
It seems as though as you're constructing the trick, you're constructing individual realities along the way, and then you're as soon as they confirm a reality, that becomes real, and the others completely fall away. One question, though, because we are dealing with lay people here, and occasionally they don't always follow instructions precisely. What happens if, when you're telling them to change the color, or to completely change it? So,
it could happen. Let's say for the color, for example, if they say 9 of diamonds, so I would say you could have created the 9 of diamonds, but this is not what you did. But it's a red card, so I will take out the black queen. Yeah. To get ready, and I would ask, okay, what card did you create in your mind? And let's say they say the Queen of Hearts, because they didn't change the color. Okay, I don't care. I would say amazing, Queen of Hearts, amazing. This is the Queen of Hearts. You just need to be very confident. This is the Queen of Hearts, amazing. But maybe we don't have to look at it. Maybe we can just put it back in the envelope, and no risk of failure, right? What shall we do? We look at it, or
let's look at it.
Are you sure? And then you take off the other one.
So you've got a little joke to cover, putting it away, and then
this I always do to have this nice moment of no, it can't be. Okay, it was. They are not sure. Again, you play with their questioning. You make them wonder. No, no, it should have been too good to be true, and so it's the perfect moment to just put it in the envelope, turn the envelope, and then you're ready to show the.
Isn't it so much more beautiful to not know? Oh no, we want to know. We want to know. So they're wanting it more and more and more.
And if we don't look, there's no way of knowing if the story is true or not. It's fun line as well to say. Okay, so if it's true, it means. I have some cousin asking me, saying, "But is it true?" Because the grandfather never said that. They were wondering if it was true or not.
Oh.
So what I would say is yes. It's all true, all but the cards thing. Okay, what if they don't change from number to pictures?
Okay.
That has happened to me once with 2 journalists. Yeah. I was conducting an interview. It was at the bar. The waitress came. It was, and they were not very concentrating. Yeah. So what happened? I say, okay, just to be clear, name another different card. They say 3 of diamonds, for example. I say, but you could have done that, but this is not what you did. So they say 3 of diamonds, so I will take the black spade. For the first time, what is the card you created in your mind? And they say 9 of spade. 9 of spade. So what do you do?
I go, well, sometimes magic doesn't work, and put it away.
So you look disappointed.
I look disappointed.
Okay, so this is good. You have to do that. So it's very easy because you are.
Yeah.
Say, oh, no, it's not 9 of diamonds. And then I say, the method. It was a mix of intuition and luck. We did the intuition part. You created a card in your mind, but we didn't change. Luck, you have to change everything. So you said the 9 of diamonds, correct? So you now need to think of, so it's a numbered card, so let's think of a picture. You have a picture in mind? Okay, you said red, so a black picture, any black picture. You have a black picture in mind?
Yeah.
What is it?
Queen of spades.
Queen of spades. It is the Queen of spades. So you do the change in the open. It's less good,
yeah.
but it works. And the
Yes.
journalists go, oh, wow, amazing. So it's
'cause-
just a way to,
yeah.
you do the change in the open, saying, okay, this is the method. So you thought of numbers, so think of a picture, and whatever color you don't care, actually, you can just change it if you need,
Yeah.
and then name a picture.
And it's a lot to do with the confidence in yourself to continue
Yeah.
to maintain the ambiguous multiple realities
Exactly.
until you have them locked in on the one that you want.
Exactly.
And then
It's just a backup
Yeah.
in case. But I'm very clear when I relax, they created the card, I relax. Just to be clear, I'd like you now to name out loud a totally different card. So if you thought of a numbered card, ace, 2, I say ace, 2, 3, up to 10,
yeah.
you name a picture, Jack, Queen, King.
Yeah.
And I wait for them to say, okay.
You get that receipt of
This
understanding.
is the only part which is important. And then you say, okay, picture, number, black, red, red, you change everything. The rest is, we don't care.
Yeah.
So I make sure if you thought of a number card, you change to picture.
Yeah.
Okay? Picture, number, black, red, you change.
Yeah.
So this is very sure fire.
Yeah.
Okay? But in case you know that you still can.
It's good to have a backup.
Yeah, backup, exactly. Now, I think it could be good to perform to you and explain a routine which uses only Schrödinger.
Okay.
Okay? Because here I use a gimmick. You see, it can be used to improve other methods.
Yeah.
You can create methods, routines, which use only Schrödinger.
Yeah.
Okay? So, this is a game.
Okay.
Winning this game is even more amazing than with winning Powerball.
Okay.
Powerball, it's like one chance in 300 million. So it's not that easy. So I will try to win with you now.
Okay.
Okay. The game is called Heads or Tails.
Okay.
So now you're wondering, okay, this can't be 300 millions, right?
Yeah.
No, it is. It is because I've played with different people, Heads or Tails, for 28 times in a row.
Okay.
And I've kept winning.
Okay.
And winning 28 times in a row at Heads or Tails, it's one chance in like 200 something million. 2 times 2 times 2, so it escalates very fast, okay?
Yeah.
So if I win with you now, it's more than 300 million.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. If it's not enough, I can also put my reputation on the line. Okay? It means if I lose now, I quit mentalism. Okay? I walk off, end of the lecture, done.
All right. I mean,
Okay, now I've got the pressure.
doesn't really work out well for us at Penguin if I win, but
Okay?
okay.
So don't look because I know you know Corinda by heart. Okay. So you don't know what's written there.
No idea.
Okay. We'll play heads or tails, but not with a real coin because I'm a mentalist, so it's a mental coin toss. Okay. You roll, but you know the rules. To win, you need to find the right orientation of the coin. Just around.
Yes.
Okay. Your role is just to imagine a coin going up. You see it? Going down and you decide now, heads or tails. You decide.
Tails.
Are you sure?
Tails.
You can change your mind until it's the table.
I'm sticking with tails.
You want tails.
Yeah.
Final. You don't want heads. Sure.
Sure.
Tails for you.
Final answer, tails.
Okay, so no ambiguity. So if it's tails, you win. If it's heads, I win. Okay, so remember, I played 28 times against 28 people, and I kept winning. So the stakes are enormous. Heads, you win. Tails, I win. Okay. No, heads, I win.
Heads,
tails,
you win. Tails, yeah.
Look at it. And it's heads! Yay! The penguin life can go on.
Okay.
Okay, so this is only Schrödinger.
Okay.
Because it's only written heads.
Yes.
And I'm building multiple realities, 2 realities.
Yeah.
To make sure I will use the one I need.
Okay.
So it will be a good opportunity to explain really the concept deeply. Okay. So what you need is a goal that seems very clear.
Yeah.
I will win at heads or tails. Okay. And I put my reputation on the line. Okay. So it feels very clear.
Yeah.
I will win. Okay. And after that, I create my multiple realities with an ambiguity.
Okay.
So here, usually when you play heads or tails, it's your 2, and you need to separate, right? To just to know who will win between you.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's quite normal when you play heads or tails.
Yeah.
It's normal way of doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the reality you saw here. I played against you, and I won.
Yes.
And there is no ambiguity.
No.
So I created a coherence because I said many things at the beginning. I even said, you know the rules to win, you need to find the right orientation.
Yes.
So between us two, who will win? Okay.
It's starting to become clear to me now.
Yeah. And I didn't say I played against 28 people. I said I've played with 28 people. I just changed one small word. Okay. So I was creating this reality, but maintaining another one at the same level of possibility, which was I play heads or tails. And your role, as I said, is just to imagine a coin going up and down. So maybe we can show what would have happened had you say heads. So everybody will see?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do it again.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll play heads or tails.
Yep.
I've played with 28 people before you.
Okay.
And I will win. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And you know the rule. To win, you need to find the right orientation. But your role is to imagine a coin going up and down, and you decide now heads or tail.
Heads.
Are you sure?
Heads.
You see it heads.
I see heads.
Okay, so you just imagine a coin going up in the air and it landed on
And
heads.
landed on heads.
Final word.
Final.
Okay, so if I bet on heads, I win.
Yeah.
But tails, I lose, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at it. Heads, I win.
Just the simple act of pointing at the invisible coin or pointing at the folded business card. Now, the business card has become the mental coin.
Yeah, the first time
in
it
the
was
first
the
one,
coin.
It was the coin. In the second one,
And you were just deciding who will have what.
yeah,
The second one, you're just imagining a coin landing on heads. Okay, and this is my bet.
yeah,
So it's quite different. But
yeah,
I've managed to build those two realities at the same level of
Yes.
credibility, coherence,
yes,
making sure you don't think about it.
yeah,
So it's not as if you say, "Oh, I didn't think it would be this, but okay, okay."
Yeah.
It's you think you knew from the beginning what would have happened.
It's so wild because the two endings are so dramatically different,
Yeah,
but they're both make complete sense with these two different realities that we're going with until I've made a decision and you've just closed off one.
yeah. It works because the goal seems very clear,
Yeah.
and the slight ambiguity,
Yeah,
which is huge actually.
Yeah.
But you don't even think about it.
yeah,
So this is Schrödinger. I don't know if everybody doesn't know about Schrödinger. Erwin Schrödinger is a scientist, physicist.
Yes.
I'm not a scientist that much, but he had this mental experience. It's just an imaginary experience about a cat
yes,
in a box who would be either dead or alive based on quantum mechanics.
The idea is you put a cat into a box with a cesium atom and some poison, and the cesium atom will randomly determine whether or not the poison goes off to kill the cat. And so until you look inside the box, the cat is both alive and dead at the same time. Until you open the box, that collapses the wave function, and then you know exactly what it is.
Exactly, because at this little size, amazing things happen.
Yes.
Okay, so a particle can be both in two positions, in two states, So he created this experiment just to prove that it was bullshit.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Yeah.
Now they know it's real. So the cat is both dead and alive.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't work at that size, but
It's the idea is something called a superposition. How something can be in two states at once.
Exactly. So I'm describing the cat with a lot of details.
Yes.
The color, the eye, everything.
Yeah.
I just make sure you don't think about the fact if it's dead or alive. It just doesn't matter. Okay.
This is the darkest mentalism principle I've ever heard, but I love it.
And at the end, when I know what reality I will use, I make sure I said some things that I can use to make you think that you knew from the beginning that, of course, it was alive.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So this is the parallel I do.
It's really, really clever.
And it's fun because I realized that at those very, very tiny, you can rewrite the past. The time doesn't exist. Time emerges at some level. Okay, so I think as soon as the particles as waves, something, it would go in many directions. But when you look, so let's imagine it's snow and it's a wave.
Yeah.
You won't see any traces in the snow until you look. And when you look, the traces will appear only where you looked.
Yes.
Where it appears to be when you look.
Yes.
It's not sure it's very easy. So you rewrite the past. And this is what I do as well.
Yeah.
I will use what I said to rewrite the past to make sure it feels as if it was the only way it could have happened.
It requires very careful scripting.
Yes and no.
Okay.
It requires a few important things
Okay.
you need to say, but then around this you can say what you want. So for this one, for example, you need to build your two realities. So you need to explain that you played with 28 people before. You need to explain the rules, and that's it. You're ready. And then you make sure your role is to imagine a coin, and that's it. I've said everything you need to say before, and then you wait. And if it says heads, you say, you see it heads. Yes, okay, it's heads. Yeah. If it says you want tails. Yeah. You don't want heads. It starts with a gesture. Yeah. So slowly you build. You want it. You sure you don't want heads? No, no. So tails for you, heads for me. Okay, and you're on top. So if it's tails, you win, right? Yeah. Okay, no ambiguity. I love to say no ambiguity when there is a huge ambiguity.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's so clear.
Yeah.
And, it's great. It's great stuff. I can't wait to try and do this on someone.
Yeah, and I didn't show you this. It's an idea by John Allen.
Yes. Oh,
which is fun. You can end the routine. So let's imagine you said heads. Yeah. You see it heads. Okay. Yeah. Heads, I win. Okay. So yeah, but what's strange? I don't know why you said heads again. Maybe you would have said tails. You can say to other people. Yeah. But you said heads, and actually all players said heads before you, and you add the mark, and you show that you have all those heads, only heads, and you had this one, and you put inside, and you have a visual and reality. Something happens. Yeah. It feels real.
Yeah, yeah. It just further goes to.
And you have this empty envelope with nothing inside. Yeah, so it's fun. Oh, so thank you, John.
Yeah,
beautiful idea to use the ticks.
It's so good. It's so good. So, okay, so now we are deep inside Schrodinger now, and this is a great routine that I think that people can go out and start taking and immediately exploring this principle.
And I've done this routine to start a show on stage in front of 800 magicians, I don't
Yeah.
know, at a French convention.
Mhm.
So it's strong enough to start a show.
Yeah.
With. Yeah, because it's very simple. But I love using simple things,
Mhm.
but to make them play big.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I think we can. So now that we understand it, we can actually go back and we can see how in the preceding routines,
Yeah.
with the blue green with the color ball, how
Yeah.
you were building this reality where they could have said blue, they could have said red, they could have said green,
Yeah.
and it's not just a multiple out. It is a confirmation of the reality that they chose,
Exactly.
and it's the same with the liars, or the losers win, where you're building each of these realities that is absolutely real until they make the decision,
Yeah.
and then it's a confirmation, and we go with that one.
And you make sure this is the only one that
Yeah,
can be thought of.
yeah. Okay, so now we are deep inside of the Schrödinger principle.
Yep.
I mean, that was an effect that used only the Schrödinger's principle, and actually, if I'm not mistaken, before we take a look at the final effect, you're going to tell everybody how it works.
Yeah, I will break the rules.
Break the rule. Yeah. So okay. So you're going to explain it, and then we're going to look at the clip.
Exactly.
Okay.
So the final routine I will
Yeah.
explain in this lecture is the consolation prize.
Yes.
So you will see the clip. It's about the final game of Gabriel Werlen.
Mhm.
And I tell you now how it's done, okay? It's 100% Schrödinger.
Okay.
So now you know. So keep in mind.
So we had talked a little bit briefly in a break about how the realities are built, but it's not apparent that the two realities are existing, and so this will be a game for those of you at home. You're going to see one way that it can happen, but before we come back and give the full details, maybe pause the video
and
try to imagine what the other outcome
and
is.
you will see everything.
Yes.
It's 100% Schrödinger, so there is nothing hidden.
Yeah.
You will see everything that is in play.
Yeah.
And the audience always sees everything that is in play.
Well, let's take a look at the clip, and then we're going to come back and we're going to find out the details.
I need to introduce you to the grand finale of the show. Okay? The final game of Gabriel Werlen. Yeah. Oh, so there is nothing to lose, everything to gain. The rule is very simple. Guess the winning color between blue and red. Two colors. You have to find the winning color. So it's a 50-50 chance to hit the jackpot. Okay? And no worries, there is also a consolation prize that could be quite interesting as well. So everything to gain. Okay? So you can change your mind as much as you want until the end of the show. Okay? It will stay here the whole time. Okay. The final game of Gabriel Werlen. Okay. So you all made a choice, right? Yes, yes. Can you just say stop whenever you like? I think it's you. Please stand up where you are for now. Stand up where you are. Yeah. You have a color in mind, right? Yes. Okay, good. One question. Do you think that taking risk is sometimes good for luck?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, great. So I'm 100% sure that you will win the prize tailored for you.
Excellent.
It's good, right? Okay. So you have a color in mind. So you went for blue, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you're still surprised that I know, no? So you went for blue because blue, you know, the sea, the sky, holidays. It's nice, right? But I would suggest red because red, you know, it's love, passion. And you're a man. You wear glasses. So if I were you, I would shoot red. Yeah, sorry to insist. Yeah. Okay, but really, you don't have to change your mind, but I think you will be perfect. So please join me here.
Okay. I choose red.
No, don't tell me. Don't tell me. You can change your mind because, okay, you will have time to change your mind again. Okay, don't worry. Okay, just so there is no ambiguity. I've attached a post-it note of the winning color at the back of this bill. So blue post-it note, blue is the winning color. Red post-it note, red is the winning color. No ambiguity. Okay? And no stress, because this is the 29th time I play this game with different players, and they all said the same color. How strange is that? And they all won the prize tailored for them. So no stress. Okay? So I give you a few seconds to change your mind again if you want. Okay? Keeping in mind that blue can also evoke like sadness and red anger. So don't let the emotion attached to the color influence you in any way. Okay? You feel free. 5, you decide, but you don't tell me nothing out loud. Okay? It's in your mind. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have a final decision in mind?
Yes.
Okay. So you went for red, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So red post-it note, you win. Blue, you lose, right? You know how much is it? 50 euros?
No.
It's about $60. So it's not. Sorry. What a pity. I'm sorry. Yeah. It would have been an easy win, right? Like $60 for a 50-50 chance. It's cool, right? But what haunts me is not that you said red and you didn't win the bill. What haunts me is that the 28 players before you did the same. Yes, nobody won the bill. Nobody said blue, and I mean it. Nobody said blue. They all said red. I keep count, you see. So you're the 29th people to say red, okay? And actually, had you say blue, it was not only this 50 euros you would have win, right? It's all the bills that I put in place in the beginning. You see? Yes, so 29, 50, but nobody ever said blue, you see? Nobody, no. How strange is that? Don't be disappointed, because I did tell you that you would win the prize tailored for you, okay? And this is this consolation prize for those of you who say red, okay? It's a consolation prize. It's a lottery ticket that can win up to $1 million. Isn't it a prize tailored for someone who thinks that taking risks is the way to go to attract luck? This is for you.
Thank you very
And
much.
who knows what you can win with this? So thank you. And I think beyond money, okay, it's a life philosophy that will take you far. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, the final game of Gabriel Werlen, yes. Okay. So it's a nice way to have my name on stage from the beginning as well. And I will do the timing force, just to force man with glasses. Okay? So it's very easy. I spot the guy, I look at someone on the other side, say, just tell me stop whenever you want.
Stop.
And then I look,
Yeah. And if you've never done a timing force before, it's very much that, like, you're far enough away from whatever you're pointing at that it's a little ambiguous as to where you ultimately end up. So it's very easy for you to just then hone in on the thing that you want. And as long as you stop close to where they said stop, it's very, try it once, you'll get it. Trust us.
And sometimes you have 3 guys with glasses, say, I don't know, who was this? You, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
And if you miss, you don't show what's on the other side of the envelope. So it's
great.
No risk. Okay? So let's see this first game, which is just an introduction to the routine. Okay? So again, I will make it appear as if I know how the guy is thinking. And I will use all those small principles. Okay? So I will make it appear as if I know something. I will look at the back of my envelope. I'll say, okay, so you went for blue, correct?
Yes.
And yesterday you went for blue.
Yes.
Say, what the fuck? It feels very strange, right?
Yeah, when you hit it so spot on.
Yeah. So let's imagine you thought of red, okay? So you will see the other side of the coin. So you look, okay, you said, okay. So you went for blue, correct?
No.
No?
Red.
Not the sky, holidays? You went for blue, love, passion, yes?
Yeah, red.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yes. You're a man. You wear glasses. So I knew you should choose red. Yes. Okay, sorry. And this is just a mistake you made.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he wears glasses, so he should choose red. So he chooses the ambiguity on should.
Yes.
I've seen Drew Backenstos using it
Yeah.
on the Penguin Live
Yeah.
just here. I had a talk with him, and he has seen it on the Colin MacLeod written Colin Troll,
Yes.
which is in his DVDs.
Yes.
It's fun because you can reframe
Yeah.
both ways. So you look at it first, so they know you will show what's behind before.
Mm-hmm.
Then you say, okay, you went for blue. So if he says yes, you say, like you should go for red.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry to insist. You're a man, you wear glasses, you should go for red. It's just, you should.
Yeah.
Or the other side, you went for blue, correct? No, red? You went for, oh, yes. Sorry, you're a man, you wear glasses. Yeah, I knew you should choose red.
Yes. Yeah. It's just the difference in the delivery of it.
Yeah, exactly.
The difference in the delivery of the way you show this cements the reality
Yep.
that is existing.
Exactly. The way you say it.
Yeah.
Okay? And it goes fast, and they will feel like,
Because they're more focused on the man with glasses
Yeah.
than anything else.
yeah, and they see red. He
Yeah.
said red.
Yeah.
So the fact you made a mistake.
But because we've seen this routine already, we know that if the should choose red is sort of like, it's almost like you're playing with them before you're playing with the actually playing the game with them, because we know that a red blue choice is going to
But
come.
it feels like I know a lot
Yes.
more than I do, right?
Yeah.
Right? And so it's a lot of fun. So I say, okay, so now that you know that I know a lot of things, you still can change your mind if you want, but you will be perfect. Please join me on stage with a round of applause, okay? And I take my envelopes out, and this is out of the game. Okay? So now that we have seen this, I will explain the routine from the beginning, because usually I say something else before this game, okay, of the red blue. When the guy stands up, I need to ask a question. I will start building my realities.
Okay.
Okay? I will ask, do you think that taking risks sometimes bring luck? I do it to make sure he would say yes. So he will say yes, of course. So I say, oh, perfect. So I'm 100% sure that you will win the prize tailored for you.
Yeah.
This is my goal. I have a goal, you see?
The prize tailored for this person.
Because he thinks that taking risk is the way to go.
Yeah.
To attract luck. Okay? We have a very precise goal that feels very precise.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, and this is what happened, what you saw. He said red, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so he didn't win the bill, all the bills, because they were all blue.
Yeah.
But he got the consolation prize, which
is the lottery ticket. Yeah.
and the lottery ticket, which is the prize tailored for someone who thinks that taking risk is the way to go. Okay, so it's very current. So okay, I explained the game. The game is a money game, and there is a big jackpot and a consolation prize. So this is clear from the beginning. I select at random a guy with glasses who think that taking risk is the way to go to attract luck.
Yes.
Okay, and I say the goal: you will win the prize tailored for you. It feels very clear. Okay.
Yes.
Now I will go on building my realities. So as I want it to be very, very clear, I say, okay, I've attached a post-it note at the back of this bill. And the post-it note is of the winning color. So it's very clear that the color, the winning color is there. I won't change it.
Yeah.
So again, it feels very, very, with no ambiguity. Again, I say no ambiguity. There is a huge ambiguity.
Yeah.
Okay? So at this point, my hand is like this with the bill, and the envelopes are just down there.
Yeah.
I don't care about them for the moment, okay? And then I still can play a little bit with the guy, okay? I would use the worried faces principle. You didn't change your mind, correct? So I ask if he didn't change with the worried face. Worried
Yeah.
face. Usually they don't change. You didn't change, right? You stick with blue.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very good because you're worried. If he says yes, it feels as if, again, you knew he won't change his mind. I used it in the show as well. He changed his mind, but I knew because he said. So I said, you stick to red, correct? Yes. Again, I knew. Okay? With the worried face, you can make this feel as if you really knew. And so if he says red, he will lose, obviously. So he says red, you stick to this red. So your worried face is your story for him already. You can show everybody, even before he says, yeah, you stick red, sorry, you lost. So this is what you saw. And it's not the out I prefer, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't like the participant losing.
Yeah.
But it's okay, because he will win a lottery ticket. But so this is what you saw. So maybe I will do the other, what you didn't see,
Yeah.
to understand deeply what's happening.
Yes.
Okay, let's.
So instead of red, I would be, you're holding the bill there and you
Yeah.
ask me and I say blue.
Yeah, and so let's say you thought of red and you change your mind. Okay.
yeah.
So I would say you didn't change your mind, right?
I changed my mind.
You changed?
Yes.
Oh, so really, you changed? You
Yes.
changed for
Blue.
blue?
Yeah.
Oh, just keep in mind that the stakes are enormous. The winning color can make you win up to $1 million.
Yes.
You're sticking with blue,
Sticking with
and we have a winner! Woohoo! Check your price. And it becomes a bank night routine.
Yeah. So
Hey,
yeah. Good luck.
good luck. And you have and say, oh, you won, it's amazing. So
Yeah.
lottery ticket, this is the price tailored for you because for someone who thinks that taking risks is the way to go to attract luck, you can win up to $1 million.
And-
so it's great. And so he's happy. It shows the blue envelope.
And we've built this reality by not implying that the 50 is the prize,
Yes.
but by saying on the back of this
Yes.
is a post-it with the winning prize.
Exactly.
We have these envelopes that are in play.
Yeah, and then I would just turn around again. So we don't see this image.
Yeah.
We don't need to see it more.
Yeah.
It's blue, the winning envelope, and you won your prize.
You feel good.
You feel good. Congratulations. It's great. I love that. And
Yeah.
say, but what haunts me is not that you chose the blue envelope. It's that the 28 people before you also chose the blue envelope. And all won the prize tailored for them. This is what I said before.
Yeah.
I said this just before. So it's very current. So none of them chose the red envelope. This consolation prize.
Yeah.
As I did say, there was a consolation prize. This consolation prize, that increases by 50 euros each time I play this game. So not bad for the consolation prize, right?
Yeah.
But not for someone who thinks that taking risks is the way to go to attract luck.
Yeah.
And who knows what you will win with this lottery ticket. And I can say, yeah, I keep count. Sorry, yeah, I say I keep count of the bills. This is the number of bills I have inside.
Yeah.
So I add my tick for the bills. So this is John Allen again.
Yeah.
Thank you, John. And that's it. And
It's so good because it like, it's got that fun sting to it
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, I really wanted all the money,
yeah,
but it really does feel. I mean, like you've genuinely built up two real realities, and
Yeah.
then kick the legs out from the other, from one of them as you show all this stuff,
yeah.
and it feels like it was meant to be.
And you saw the clip first with
Yeah.
the other reality.
Yeah.
So maybe now you feel like, oh, but come on, if they see the bill with the post-it note, they will think that this is the winning prize. Of course, so this other reality is not as good. It is not. It is even better.
Yeah.
When you saw one reality, it's very difficult to imagine what it would be to experience the other one.
Yeah.
Because your brain just grabs the coherence when it's there.
Yeah.
And to imagine another coherence, it's very difficult.
It's so subtly different from multiple outs.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's, I mean, because like, yes, we do have multiple outs here, but it's it really is this philosophy behind it of building these realities and then making it stick so that it's
Yeah.
only that way.
And every time you show everything, there's
Yeah.
nothing to hide.
Yeah.
So it's not multiple realities in the sense, in multiple outs in the sense there is only one out. Yeah, I mean you are not using one out or another, which is usually what you do when it's multiple outs. You have one here, one here, one here.
Yeah, and
it's only one.
There's only one outcome in showing everything. It's
But
just
the
how
out-
it's
yeah,
described.
It's not the same outcome at all. Yes,
Yeah.
the way it's described exactly. Yeah.
I love that you don't have to hide anything either.
Yeah. So you're very free about this, and so it's a lot of fun. And this really works very well, both sides. Both sides. When you do two magicians, this other out, when it's a bank night, they will look at the envelope, saying, "No, if I had taken the red envelope, I would have won the bills. There's no other way." So they will look at the envelopes to check if how it can be gimmicked or something. And
Just to be clear for our audience at home, this is what happens when they say red. Let's reset this and go through blue, just so that they can hear all of the thinking and not just have to go on the script or the performance.
So just one thing, the way I put the bills inside is quite kind of important.
Oh, yes.
The blue post-it notes are on the back here. That allows me to either show the blue, because they didn't choose blue, so they didn't win the bill, so they will see all the blue bills, or on the other side, we don't care if they see, it's not a problem because
we've already,
you don't need to show.
We've already established, because if this happened, in this version where they've chosen blue and they get this, and you show this, you have that sort of little thing at the end where you say the other 28 people that played it as well, and so even if they see it, it just looks like
they
every
all
time
chose the blue envelope. That's it.
But if they see,
you don't need to show it. So that's why I put it this way. Okay, so let's reset.
Yeah. So we're there. Okay. So now I'm going to go for. So that was what happens when I said blue. So now I'm going to stick with red.
Okay. So you stick with red.
Red. Yeah. So here we've got our worried
the
face.
Face.
Yeah.
So you stick with red.
Red.
Yes, I'm sorry for you. So you lost. You can show I like to sometimes show the post-it before he says. So you stick with red, correct?
Yeah.
Sorry, what a pity, you lose. Yeah. It would have been an easy win, right?
Yeah.
50-50 chance to win 50 euros, right? Sorry. But what bothers me is not that you didn't win the bill tonight. It's that 28 people before you, none of them win the bill. None of them said blue. They all said red. Yes, I keep track. None of them said blue. All of them said red. So now the ticks are the people saying red.
Yes.
I'm counting this, so I can add a tick because you said red. Okay.
Yes.
And then I will have the side of the bill, the right orientation, because they didn't choose blue, so they didn't get the bill. And actually, they didn't get. I will even put it in the front so you don't see where the bills comes from, because this is the ambiguity here. You don't need to know from where it comes from, and you don't care actually. Yeah. But I will add the bill there, so I can just open the red envelope and take out the bills. And what shows is all the blue bills. None of them chose blue. And if they had chosen blue, they would have won the bill. So it's very clear.
Yeah.
None of them chose blue. So, but don't be disappointed. Again, I put the bills on top because you don't care from where everything is going out.
Yeah.
But if you had you seen the other version first, you would think this is a problem.
Yeah.
And it's not. You saw it's not.
No, it's not at all.
So you see, and then I said, don't be disappointed. So I did say that you would win the prize tailored for you, this consolation prize, and then I take it out from the blue envelope, but I don't care.
Yeah.
And here again, the post-it note comes first. For those who say red.
Yeah. Oh, because we have red ink.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is fun. For those who say red, they win the consolation prize, which is a lottery ticket, and it's
it's still very satisfying.
Yeah, and it's the prize tailored for you because I know you think that taking risks is the way to go.
It circles back around to that reality that we set up there, and it's all reinforcing itself.
Yeah, and I give the ticket.
It's really, really wonderful stuff, Gabriel.
Yeah, thank you. It's a lot of fun to be able to play with words like that and create multiple realities that all converge. You say that converge to only one possible outcome.
Yes,
it's a lot of fun. So yeah,
it is. It's frustrating for people like me who have to carry a lot of props around. This is really, really great stuff. And you apply this to all of your mentalism and magic these days.
Yes, and actually I use less and less gimmicks.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I don't want to, I have some, but I feel I'm better when I don't use gimmicks.
Mm-hmm.
When I rely only on really shaping the perception of the audience.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really doing it, some sort of really doing it. So I'm really into it, and I think it feels real because I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm really playing with the minds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just using a gimmick to know something and then trying to make it appear as if I'm good at it. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun, and I feel I managed to, with very simple 50-50 choices, to build something and make them bigger than it could be, and it's so clean.
Yeah.
You think, okay, who would take this risk?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's fun.
And because we keep returning to these 50-50 choices and it gets right every time.
Yeah.
The incredible odds start to really stack up and make it all very impossible.
Impossible, but really possible as well.
Yeah.
So something is happening again.
Yeah.
I don't look for 1 in a million.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel it's stronger a routine where it's 1 in a million than a routine 1 in 2, 3, 4, because this is real.
Yeah.
This feels real. So maybe we can speak about this, but the difference I see between magic and mentalism.
Yeah, please enlighten us.
Yeah, no, it's just my view on it,
Yeah.
because you can ask like 100 mentalists, they will have a different view on it, I'm sure. I love magic. I've done magic from very young age. I love it. I still love it. But for me, it's very different. The emotion you create is different. Doing magic, your objective, your aim is to create something impossible.
Yeah.
Really impossible. All the theory books on magic, Juan Tamariz, Darwin Ortiz, it's all about how to create this impossible moment. So the audience knows it's impossible.
Yeah.
They know there is a trick, but they have this wow moment. Okay, I know it's impossible. I have no idea how it could be possible. So it's more like a how you said that when your mind is blown. Blown away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like firecrackers.
Yeah.
Okay. For me, mentalism is not at all this emotion. So you have a lot of mentalists who, for me, do magic like, okay, name a card, thank, this is the card. Ta-da! Oof. Okay, I know it's not possible. I just said any card, so okay, may have a way to do it. I don't know what, but it's magic. It's not mentalism.
Yeah.
For me, mentalism, you create an emotion which is about doubts, questioning. So you have to build this slowly to make them believe it's true, or it could be true, but no, but maybe no.
Yeah.
So it's more like, roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's and for me, it's a very strong emotion.
Yeah.
You really feel something challenging your perception of reality.
Yeah.
So it's very strong. And my intention when I do mentalism is to create incredible moments they will remember for their lives. Okay? When I'm prepare myself to go on stage, okay, I want it to be something they've never seen before, they will remember for all their lives.
Yeah.
I don't say I managed to do it, but this is my intention when I come on stage. And I feel this is my way of doing it, to make them doubt reality. So any trick could be mentalism. It's not only about mind or objects, or sometimes you hear magic is more objects and mentalism is mind. No, it's just another emotion. So both are illusions.
Yeah.
But different kind of illusions, because you don't generate the same emotion. So that, for me, it's totally possible to do one magic trick and then something about mentalism, because you won't generate the same emotion. It's okay. I love it.
It's a really beautiful way of looking at it, because you are sort of like, I mean, just in watching the effects that you've constructed and the way you were dealing with the audience last night, they were clearly impressed, but the slow build of the emotion of doubt about reality has a really powerful effect on the human mind, because you're grappling with something that you can't quite get your mind around but you almost can, versus
Yeah.
like when something is just completely impossible and you just give up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I feel this creating these doubts and is very powerful. But for me, it implies responsibility.
Okay.
Responsibility.
Responsibility.
Yeah? Responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you are playing with their vision of the world,
Yes.
and I really want my audiences to be more clever at the end than at the beginning. I really don't want them to believe things that are wrong.
Yes. I couldn't agree more. And
Yeah.
this is such an important thing to touch on.
And I know disclaimers, or you can see a lot of literature on disclaimers. So my view on it is that you can say that you're an illusionist before your show and create this emotion of doubt, questioning if it's true or not.
Yeah.
It's really possible. So some mentalists say, don't say it before, don't use disclaimers because it's like shooting your foot. You said that?
Yeah, shooting yourself in the foot.
On the foot. Yeah, because you want to create this emotion of doubt. So if you say before that it's not true, yes, you can do it.
Yeah.
Because they will believe it. So I said at the beginning, I do my best to make them believe it's true. And then at the end, I say again, remember, it was an illusion. And I say it's even better. It's even more wonderful that it's possible to create these illusions. More amazing than if it was really true, possible to do all these kind of things.
I think maybe what might benefit the
Yeah.
people at home is if we show them now the very beginning and the very end of your
Yes,
show.
great.
It's because it's not a long speech, but,
Yeah.
but it is important to understand how Gabriel deals with the audience. So let's take a look at the beginning of the show and the end of the show, and then we'll come back and conclude this discussion. Please welcome Gabriel Werlen.
My name is Gabriel Werlen, and I'm a mentalist. Yeah, nah, I'm not that good with the spooky face, right? And actually, there is nothing spooky about mentalism. A mentalist is an illusionist, as you know. So I love to create illusions. Directly in our minds, playing with our senses, with our perceptions, playing with our brains. And we all have one here today. Yes, a brain, yes, okay. No, it should be okay. Because tonight, it's less about my brain than it is about yours. Then it is about all those incredible things your brain can perform, both individually and collectively. So let's dive right into exploring our thought processes. Okay? I will need a volunteer. Well, so it was the final game, so it's almost the end of the show. So now you know that it's possible to read people, to influence their every decisions. No! What I told you at the beginning, it would be too easy. A mentalist is an illusionist. Okay? And yes, this is exactly what I did. To create these illusions. To play with your senses, your perception, to play with your brains. And I can tell you, your brains work very well. Because all those mechanisms I used to create the purest form of illusion directly in your minds are a proof of intelligence. So, enjoy your brains. Thank you.
I think that it's a very responsible way to deal with the audience, and I think that that's important to consider that kind of stuff when because I think the way you put it earlier was great. You are shaping the way they look at the world, and that can be dangerous if you shape it incorrectly.
Yeah, and knowing it's possible to shape these perceptions is a strength.
Yeah.
And this is my job as a mentalist, and as a speaker. I'm a corporate mentalist, so I use mentalism to teach, like I call intelligence self-defense.
Intelligence self-defense.
Kind of
intellectual self-defense.
Intellectual self-defense. Yes, right. So knowing it's possible to create this kind of illusions, it's wonderful, and you can prevent yourself from this kind of things and use it to understand more others, yourself, and communicate more. And so I use this kind of things. And you can do it responsibly.
Yeah.
And saying it's an illusion, I think it can ease a lot of mentalists.
Yeah.
Often I see, but what do you answer to someone who asks, what am I thinking now? Come on. Would you see a magician say, what do you answer when someone say, make a rabbit appear now from your hat?
I'm off the clock.
Yeah. So just say, okay, I'm an illusionist.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that. I can create the illusion.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And to have this ability to create these illusions is wonderful.
Yes.
And we are illusionists. Be proud of
Yes.
being an illusionist. This is the message.
Well, Gabriel, thank you so much for this discussion, and thank you for sharing all of this stuff with us. This has been such a fun lecture to host and get to know you the last couple of days and learn these incredible techniques. Thank you all for watching. Do us a favor, please leave a review down below. It helps other people find great magic that's perfect for them. On behalf of Gabriel, myself, and everyone here at the P3 Magic Theater, thanks again for watching, and as always, we'll see you next time. Give it up one more time for Gabriel Werlen!